Hello? Hello? Uh, are you reading me? Are you reading me? Hi. Hello. I'm zoomed in. Real close. Close enough to get a sniff. Hi, everybody. Hi. Yeah. No wait screen today, so I'm gonna stall for like 2 minutes in the beginning. No wait screen today because, well, I decided not to. Hi. How's it going? Hi, Joshua. Hi, the best. Hi. Hiya. Hi. Hello. First to the stream, you get the first is best award. Here you go. It's a little gold star right from my temple. Right there for you. Oh, the chat's behind me. What? Wait, what are you guys do? What are you guys doing back there? Hold on. What are you guys doing back there? I'll put you here. Yeah. you're still strangely behind me, but you know. Why? Wham, 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 wham. Hi. Reading you loud and clear, I'm glad. Hello, Xanathor. Mimi to Xanathor, Mimi to Xanathor. Can you read me? Hi, TLMC. Hi, Mimi. Hi, TLMC. Hello to the light music club. Hi, Nando. Hi, welcome. Hi, Jackets. Mimi, Jackets. Hi. Hello. Jackets. Hi. Mimi to Joshua. How you doing today? I hope your day is good. I don't know about you guys, but I need to stop getting my daily news from the Bikini Bottom Fish because he just told me about aliens and all the comments said it was fake. So I gotta get a new news source. Hi! Hello, Serena Songbird. Hello. How are the songbirds doing? Caw. I hope that's not offensive. I like the name. It's very pretty. Hello. Anyway, welcome to my question and answers thing today. I've stalled for about as long as I would have up a screen, a wait screen today. So this is fine. Hi. Welcome to my question and answer panel today. Oh, there's the Bikini Bottom Fish again. I don't know if you heard that. Breaking news. I unfollowed him just now because I think he's posting fake news. I don't know. Maybe it's real. But, I don't know. Anyway. What do I know? I'm just Mimi sniffing you through the screen. Anyway, hi. Hello. I asked you guys via Twitter, Instagram stories, and whatever else may have you to ask me questions, and I will answer all of them. Every single question I will answer because I'm controversial. Yay! That being said, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to just type them in chat and I'll get to them as I get to them. You know? So, by all means, simply just say so. Whatever questions you have about anything at all. What does chat smell like? Kind of like my microphone, which doesn't quite smell like anything, but perhaps metal? I could spray some Febreze if you want. That sentence didn't come out of my mouth right. Anyway, wow! The burbs are good, as they should be. Cacao! I'm glad your dog Nemo is doing well. I love him. Sounds like plankton. Oh, yeah. Also, I want to let you know that you're my Kai Guy idol, Oshi. Thank you! That actually means a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm having fun out here. That's all I can say. I'm having fun out here. Okay. I will open we'll start in Instagram town, because that's where I asked first. I have quite a number of questions today. And that's you guys up there. Up there. That's Hoshi up there. He's asking the questions as you guys, cuz I don't know if you guys look like him, but he's at least your representative if nothing else. Wow, if you heard that Discord notification, no you didn't. It's just Manny the Manatee playing some game and launching it 4 times in a row. Is he okay? Manny! Anyway, let's get into the questions today. Question number 1. I'm just going to go straight in order, because like I said, I'm going to answer literally every question. And no, I didn't pre-plan any answers to any of these. Maybe I should have, but you know, if I can't answer them on spot, how accurate is the answer anyway? You know? Alright, question number 1. Who is... I'm going to type the way that you guys wrote it, I guess. Who is your favorite anime? I spelled that right. Character. Wow. We love... Oh, that... Okay. I love when I spell words correctly, and yeah, favorite has 2 V's now. Just kidding. So this was a nice, simple question to start with. I think this is fine. My favorite anime character... Honestly, I don't know. I'm one of those people who does kind of like... I don't know. I don't pick like all-time favorites, but I feel like the obvious answer would be Chika Takami from Aqua Love Live, because... Love Live Sunshine. Because, I've got the most merchandise of her by far. But that being said, I like a lot of other anime and anime characters and stuff. I really like Shirayuki from Snow White with the red hair. I like Madoka and Mami from Madoka Magica. I like Natsume Takashi from Natsume Yujincho. I like a lot of animes and a lot of characters. I really like a lot of things. I don't quite pick favorites too often, but if I had to go based on what I've spent the most money on, it would be Chika Takami, my dearest beloved. I just like her. She's the only orange queen in my eyes. Well, I guess I like... Takanashi Kiara is also my orange queen, so... I don't know. Anyway. Wow. What a lovely, easy question to answer. Here we go. We got another one. We got a... What? Aspired? Is that the right word? I don't know. That's what you wrote, so I'm gonna write it down. What aspired you to be an idol, and how did you find this community? Did I spell that right? I don't know. Hold on. I don't like the way that it's jumping off the bubble like that. Get in there. This is gonna be a little scuffy, but that's okay. I didn't really have too much time to prepare for it, so this works. This is fine, right? This is fine. All right. Anyway, I wanted to make little cards for each question, but we had time to do this, and that's okay. Anyway, so what inspired me to be an idol? I guess this piggybacks on the last question, but so fun fact about me: when I was pre-12 years old, I did not like music. I did not listen to any music at all. I turned the radio off, mostly because everybody I knew listened to country music, and I did not like country music, so I just assumed that was all music, and I was like, I don't like music. No music for me. Tisk, tisk, tisk. And then I watched My Little Pony, and I was kind of like, oh, I like the songs in this a little bit, don't I? And then, one day, I saw Muse on the internet, on youtube.com, performing Bokura wa Ima no Naka de and Bokura wa no Live Kimi to no Life. And then my life changed. Because I was like, wow, I actually like this. I like this a lot. And then I looked at more Muse, because Muse was the only thing that existed at that time, I guess. I looked at more Muse stuff, and I was watching all of their music videos, like Snow Halation, No Brand Girls, that stuff. And I was like, I want to do this. And then shortly after that, oh my god, JNK, if I could read, that'd be crazy. X-Man, thank you so much for the super! Thank you for the super! I don't know when that'll show up on screen, but eventually it will. Thank you, though. I really appreciate it. You inspired me to try and be an idol? Oh my god, Lucky Lemonade, that means a lot. I'm glad I could inspire you. Thank you. Yes. Wouldn't be a Mimi stream without some scuff. You know what? You're so right. And when you're right, you're right. But yeah, so I was watching Muse videos, and then shortly after that was when Muse's like final live was, like right when I got into them was when their final live was, and then Aqua debuted like shortly after that, and I was observing Aquarium and oh goodness, what was their first song called? Well, those two first songs, and I was observing them, and I was like, you know, and then I was like, wow. I want to do that. And so I did. I didn't know that there was an idol community. I didn't know about any of that. I just was like, wow, I want to do that. And at the time, I was really into My Little Pony, so I was like, oh, I'll make a My Little Pony themed idol group. And then we can go to, like, the one con that I went to when I was 13, which was BronyCon. And I was like, we can go there and perform. I feel like that would do really well. And then we started planning, and we were like, well, if we're going to write an original song anyway, we might as well be an original group. And then Stellar was born, and then we went through 7 million things, and then yada yada, I moved, and then here I am in Florida, and I was like, wow, what if I did it again? And I started RESO, because I just really like being an idol. I don't know. I just really enjoy performing and music, and like pretty outfits, and the concept of idols. I don't know, I just really like it. It sparks joy. Anyway, so I was like, what if I did this again? And then I did it again. And then now here we are in some weird timeline where I'm here. Hi, hello. Wow, she's just like me, for real, for real. Mimi went, God, I wish that were me. So literally, I did. I saw Love Live and I was like, all right, bet. I'll try it. I didn't know other people were doing it. I genuinely, like, I don't know. I was like, wow. I'm the first person to do this. I didn't think that, but I was like, yeah, this is just something I'm doing over here. This will work. What could go wrong? I know nothing about making music or dances or sewing or creating anything actually, but I'll try it. And then I did. And then, well, we learn along the way now, don't we? Been here since Stellar. Stellar was iconic. You guys are based, but also I'm sorry you've been through hell and back for me, but thank you. I love you. So yeah, that being said, how did you find this community? I didn't know that there was a community. People just told me that I was a part of it, and I was like, I guess so. I don't mean that in a negative way at all. I was just like, I was doing my own thing, and then people were like, yeah, you're a member of the idol community, and yada, 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 negative opinion, positive opinion, whatever have you. And I was like, oh, I didn't know I was a part of it, but here I am. Hello, everyone. So, I don't know if that's like a satisfying answer for that or not, but yeah. I didn't seek it out or find it. I was just doing my own thing, and then people were like, well, this is how you are categorized now. And I said, okay, I guess. I guess so. I don't know. And then I found other people doing idol stuff, and I was like, wow, thank God there's more of these, because I really like idol festivals and the concepts behind them, and I want to see more idols. I just want to live and breathe idol air and be like, idols. You know? Cool. Does that answer the question? I hope so. Next question. Favorite, we're going just straight up in order, so I don't know. Favorite, stream clip and favorite con memory. Okay, so my favorite stream clip, I feel like I don't have that many clips. I really wanted to hire a clipper, actually, but I don't necessarily have the money to dish out terribly often for, like, a full-time clipper, so I've just been hiring people, like, occasionally to make, like, a handful for me. Is Mimi telling us to go sniff idols? Not without consent. Not without consent. All I've ever said was, I smell good. I don't know about how other people smell, but I smell good. So if you did accidentally catch a whiff, you wouldn't be like, ooh, stinky. That's all I'm saying. That's me watching Mimi Luchel right now, trying to become an idol, but having no time for anything. That's understandable, but if you work slow and just work on things as you can, you'll still get there. It's okay. No worries, you can do it. I believe in the me that believes in you. Or you believe in the... pretend I said that right. Hi, Literal Alice. Thank you so much for the super. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god, are those stars in your eyes? Yes. Yes, I can see into your whole soul. I have a lot of detail. Let me back up a little bit. Sorry, I'm not to take too big of a whiff of you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I got stars in my eyeballs. Thank you so much for the super, though. I really appreciate it, Literal Alice. Thank you very much. All right. So favorite stream clip? I don't know. I would say my favorite one is either the one where I summon a demon. When we were playing Phasmophobia. These are all on my channel here. I don't know if you want to go look for them, but they're all in the shorts section. Oh, there it is. Oh, wait, it's behind me. Literal Alice, thank you. I guess it shows up at like the halfway point, which is a little weird. But anyway, the only thing in my soul is the need to sniff idols consensually. You know what? If they allow it, what's the harm? I don't know. Before I take this down a weird rabbit hole, okay, so I think I like the one where I summon a demon, or, honestly, some of the Garten of Ban clips that, Crypto127 has edited for me are very funny. I think they're very silly, so I don't think I have a specific favorite, but, I do like that one. I need more clips. I have some, like, favorite streams, but I think that's a question that gets asked later, so I'll save my thoughts for then. Okay, favorite con memory. Genuinely, I feel like it would be back when in Stellar we did our first live, and we, like, won an award for it, and people, like, fans came up and gave us flowers, and we got a little trophy, and we were all, like, kind of just newbies, because that was our first live ever. I had never been on a stage before that. It was amazing. I still feel like that was, like, one of our strongest performances as Stellar back then, because we were, like, real in sync, despite having 2 people drop last minute, and then having 1 fill in last minute. We were nice and in sync. We had a nice thing going for what we knew, you know. It was good, and I liked it. The vibes were really great. Everyone was in a nice mood, with the exception of Rip the girl who got sick, but that's okay. She's fine now, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't know. It was probably my favorite one. I still have that little trophy. Yeah. Demon summoning was peak content. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Drown me in those beautiful galaxies. Yeah. NSYNC? Hi, Gruff. Yeah, no, not NSYNC, although they do make bangers. No, InSync, I suppose. Like our choreography was at the same time and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was just such a good performance thing. Like it wasn't really stressful. We just felt like we were like, we worked for this. We're happy to do it, you know? So I feel like that was probably my favorite con memory. Probably. I have a lot of good ones, but that's probably my favorite. Yeah. I also watched Aqua live, so that's a pretty close second. Although that was like my first, actually I feel like I only went to 2 concerts in my life. One was the Aqua concert in LA. Shout out to TLMC. That couldn't have happened without you. And 2 was the Guilty Kiss concert in NYC. Also shout out to TLMC, because once again he procured my tickets, which I could not have done on my own. So shout out to you. Anyway, I've never been to other concerts besides that, because those things are loud. Anyway, next question. We've got, This one's a little long, so I'm going to paraphrase it. Pardon me to the question asker. For OG songs, like original songs, do you struggle with lyrics? And then it also says, actually, I guess the rest of this isn't part of the question, so I'll read it aloud, but this is fine for typing. It says, it's been hard for me to write my own, so I was wondering how it goes for you. Thank you. So, I would say, funny story, actually, with Reso specifically. When we wrote Goddess, I technically wrote our, like, lyrics, but, everybody went back and, like, altered them in the end, but, like, I wrote the, like, first entirety of the song. But that being said, that was because we were like, so, does anyone have any lyric writing experience? And everyone else was like, no, I don't trust myself with that. So I was like, I guess I'll do it. So that being said, and then it worked okay. So I wrote Goddess, I wrote Cold Case, and then I wrote Let's Go Rainbow with Pangy, I believe. Monochrome was Mani. Lemonade. Wait, I'm skipping something. Love Latte, I think Pangy and I both wrote. I don't remember how much parts, but that was that. I just said Let's Go Rainbow. Lemonade. I wrote Neon. I think Pangy wrote parts of Neon. And then lyric-wise, and then Lemonade was, like, also me and Pangy, but, Pangy for both of those songs? Lemonade, at least. I actually don't remember for Neon off the top of my head, but, she wrote the entirety of the melody. I just, like, slapped some words onto her going, la la la, so, there's that. And then, I'm forgetting something, but Blueprint was also Mani and Kira and Johnny, so so I wrote a lot of our lyrics TLDR. I would say I do struggle with them, I would say. But that being said, that's mostly just because I'm not a wordsmith. If you've ever been in any of my streams, I think you can tell I don't I'm not exactly the most eloquent of speakers, or most poetic of thinkers, if you will. I'm quite simple in my brain. But that being said, I've learned a lot of things about lyrics, like, since Goddess. Like, for me, Goddess was a little too wordy. Like, I personally, sometimes I think about it, and I'm like, there was a lot of words in that song. I think it worked for songs like Cold Case, because, like, it was, like, a storytelling song. But, like, I've learned more about lyric repetition, like, you know, rhyme schemes, etc., stuff like that. You know, yada yada yappa yappa. But yeah, that being said, I do struggle with them, but I found it easiest to write, like, a baby draft that, like, doesn't follow melodies unless you have specific ideas to follow melody parts. But I'll just write all of my ideas in, like, stanzas of 4 lines and then just be like, all right, maybe I can convert some of this to fit. And then if I like the way something sounds, like if there's, like, a sultry part of a song, I'll be like, do I got any lyrics here that sound sultry? Do I got any happy Genki lyrics that I can fit to the happy Genki parts, etc.? So yeah, I will, I'll, like, pair it up like that and then try to rewrite it to make it fit a little bit better. And then once I do that, then I take it to my teammates. I don't know if you want to do that, or, like, take it to your friends or, like, somebody, and just have them be like, this sounds good, but this doesn't. Let's try this instead. Or maybe go back to the drawing board with this or that if they don't help with it. I don't know. But yeah, that's about as much as I can offer in terms of advice with that, because I do not claim to be a professional. I simply, and you'll see this is a recurring theme that I'll probably talk about a lot about today, I guess, in various questions, but a recurring theme in my life is that, I need this to be done, and I either can't afford to pay someone else to do it, or no one else wants to do it for one reason or another. Guess I'll learn how. So that's a recurring theme for sure. I kind of just go like, well, guess I'll figure it out. And a couple tutorials goes a long way. That's how I learned how to show, choreograph, lyric write, sing, probably other things, video edit. Yeah. About the only things I can't do in any capacity at this point is mixing and instrumental creation, because I just don't have the musical theory know-how. Yeah. But that's fun. Did you write the Stardust songs? Oh yeah, for my album. Monty wrote Highlight and Trick or Treat. I did some like lyric alterations for both of those songs. I wrote like the French part and then like of Highlight, and then I did some random alterations for other parts. I don't really remember. It's been 3 years since then, which is insane. But I'm coming out with another original song, so that's slayful. You know, it's okay. We'll blow Stardust out of the water. Don't worry. But I did write the first song, Starfall, on that album. I did write that one, although ironically that is my least favorite song on that album now. So I don't know. I also wrote Chance, the second song. So I wrote both of those. Although, for some reason, I feel like when I was writing Chance, that was kind of different, because those lyrics just appeared in my brain, and I was like, yeah, this is how it must be. And it was like one draft and done with that for the most part. So, I don't know. Hopefully that answers that question, and I hope I gave enough general advice to help. I'm sure there are, like, tutorials for lyric writing from people who are more experienced than I am, but for all intensive purposes, there you go. We stand a multi-talented idol. Thank you. I was actually talking to Daisy about this yesterday, but I was like, we were just like chit-chatting on the phone. I was observing her cat. Her cat is so cute. Anyway, and we were like talking about stuff, and I was like, yeah, I think I found out that I have I don't want to say abandonment issues, but I'm absolutely one of those people who's like, yeah, I have to learn every skill and be as useful as possible so no one could possibly want to abandon me ever. And then she was like, you might need therapy. And I was like, oh. It was a very silly conversation. Anyway, next question. Now that I dropped that, here's the next question. We got, top 5 anime songs. It could be OPs, EDs, or insert songs. All right. Ray Laser, hi, hello, how are you? Welcome. I don't know, this won't be in any particular order, because my music taste changes literally like every 30 seconds. I find a new song and I'm like, this is now the banger of the century. And then I'm like, wow, another song. This is now the banger of the century. And I listen to every like song like 300 times within the same week that I find it. And then I just keep adding it to my playlist of now 500 songs. So I don't know. But any songs in particular, I feel like somewhere on this list of top 5, maybe in spot 5, I don't know, it's because it's not quite my favorite or anything, but I do quite like it, would be, Hana ni Nate from Apothecary Diaries, the opening, the one that goes like, Hana ni Nate, that one, yeah, it's very good. I like it. I don't know the lyrics quite yet, but I want to learn it for karaoke songs. I do like that one a lot. So that one's on that list. I've been obsessing over that one kind of recently. There's got to be a lot of Aqua on this list, to be honest, and I don't want to make every spot Aqua, but every time like Love Live Sunshine comes out with a new insert song, I am there. Every time they have a new OP, I am like, yes, this is the banger of the century. Aqua can do no wrong. So can we just make Aqua songs be like all of them? In spot number one, Aqua everything. But if I had to pick one, I really like. Oh, My Mind Tonight came to mind first, but I'm sure there's ones that I like more than that. I really like the second season opening. Mirai to Boken, I think. Something like that. I don't remember the title. But yeah. So there's two, I guess. Other songs from different anime. Let me think of a different anime. Oh, I really like the Shadows House openings, both of them. But the second one, Shall We Dance, I really like it. The one that goes like, Shall we dance? Odorimashou. Setsubo yokubo. This is the life. I like that song. That one's good. I wanted to cover that, but I feel like I got an instrumental for it, and I'm like, I don't know if this suits my voice. So, we'll see. We'll see if that ends up happening or not. I like a lot of the Spy Family music, too. The recent opening, the auto one, the question, ba 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 beepo ba ba ba. I like that one. Kuda kuda. That's what it's called. I like that one. I don't know if that would be my top 5, but I do like that one. Sorry, I'm thinking with my brain. I like the Cardcaptor Sakura openings. Oh my god, sorry. Insert songs. Madoka Magica stuff has to be included on this list. That Rebellion song, where they're like dancing on the carousel, you know what I'm talking about? That song. I'm like blanking on it right now, but that has to be on this list. I adore that song. So probably Connect would also be really high on that list, but yeah. I think I need like one more, right, to complete this list, right? Let's do Yoasobi Idol, cause that shit bops, bro. Muteki no ega o rasameria. That song's so good. Okay, so there you go. Top 5 any songs. That being said, My Little Pony insert songs like This Day Aria and shit, they all bang, alright? I don't want to hear it. They all bang. All of them. Bangers. Hi, Villain, welcome. Okay. So I am currently in Thriller Bark. I thought I was a little farther along, but I don't know. I got a little mixed up on my things. I'm like at the end of Thriller Bark right now. In One Piece, so I'm not quite caught up. But that being said, I really like, I think it's just because I heard Pengi sing it so much, but I really like the first opening of One Piece. These words drove man to the grand line in pursuit of everything they could dare to imagine. Yappa, yappa, yappa. I feel like, I'm sorry, I was just thinking about it, and I was like, you know what, I think my favorite opening is actually, the one that goes, each ni sunshine, each ni sunshine, each ni sunshine, yo, we go. I like that one. I think that one actually might be my favorite. There's a lot of good One Piece openings, don't get me wrong, but I think that one might be my favorite, because every time I think about One Piece like openings, that's the one that comes to my brain first. So, I thought you were in Punk Hazard. What did I just say? I am in Punk Hazard. Wait, did I say that I was at... Wait, oh, no, hold on. Yo, my bad. I'm in Punk Hazard. I think I said, the other one. The spooky Halloween one with Perona. I loved that arc, but that's not where I am. I'm way beyond that. I am in Punk Hazard right now. I am post-time skip. Sorry. Thriller Bark. Oh, yeah, no. I passed Thriller Bark. Yo, my bad. Punk Hazard and Thriller Bark have the same energy to their names, so I keep mixing them up even though I know the difference. Yeah, no, I am at the end of Punk Hazard. Pardon me. I'm glad the best is keeping me in check. Thank you, the best. You're the best. All right, cool. Next question. That's crazy that I did that again. It's because I speak without thinking. I speak without thinking to what the words in my head are going to be. All right, next question. This one, I can't believe I'm writing this down right now. Are hot dogs a sandwich? Now, to this I say, let us go to Google and type definition of a sandwich. I've debated this before, but I'll do it again. Definition of a sandwich. It says, an item of food consisting of 2 pieces of bread with meat, cheese, or other filling between them, eaten as a light meal. Now, I don't know who considers a sandwich a light meal. That's a whole meal right there, but that's fine. Now, that being said, 2 pieces of bread. A hot dog bun is 1 piece of bread. 1 piece, if you will. You know, 1 piece. The 1 piece is real. That being said, if you tear your hot dog bun into two, I'm sure then it qualifies as a sandwich. But otherwise, it's just a hot dog, so deal with it. So no. As they are stereotypically, it's not a sandwich. There you go. Merry Christmas. Next question. Did you ever go to art college? No. I graduated high school thinking I would be going to college, but turns out my family was in financial distraught and I could never afford college, so I've never stepped foot in university other than to go to my friends' dorm rooms, I guess, but I've only done that like twice, so I don't know if that counts. One time I pretended to be a student at a university because my friend was in class for a while longer than I thought she would be, and I got there early, so I just kind of sat in the building because it was cold outside on my funny little laptop at the time. I don't have a laptop anymore, but at the time I did. And I sat there and I was going tappy, 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 and yeah, she got out of class and it was great, and then we met up, and I was a college student for half a day, so yeah, no. I didn't ever go to college, didn't enroll anywhere, can't pay for that. That's too expensive. In this economy, no way. I kind of wish I did, but I did not. So there's your answer to that. No one's ever taught me how to do jack shit. I always learn on my own. That's not necessarily true, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Okay. Next question. How do you go about marketing your commissions? And then it says, I've had mine open for like 3 months with nothing. So I feel like I talked about this on stream kind of recently, so if you were there, you know, I'm about to repeat myself a little bit, my bad. But basically, I feel like a lot of newer artists, relatively speaking, will say like, oh, I like doing art, so I want to do it as a job, which is very valid. But that being said, I don't know anything about the person who asked this question, so this is not like at you. I'm saying like there's multiple different things for it. But realistically speaking, there is like you either have to have like a nice unique style, which usually has to be pretty developed, or somebody would want their character drawn by you for some other reason of your like art being unique or whatever. But all that being said, typically you need a well-developed style for people to be actively interested in doing like commissions and stuff from you. I've been drawing for 12 years almost. So actually just over 11 years now, I guess, technically, seriously. Obviously I drew ever since I was like a little baby, but like I actually decided like, okay, on this day when I was 12, I was like, all right, I now will be drawing with the intent to improve. And that being said, I've naturally accumulated an art style since then, and because of that, I guess people want to commission me more because my style is quite developed. Also, that being said, I've had a lot of people, because I've been posting that journey ever since I started it like 11 years ago, people like have been following me and being like, oh wow, your art style has developed so much more, I want to get a commission now, I want to try this, or like it was trendy for certain things, yada yada yada, you get it. So I feel like I'm fortunate in the way where all of my stuff is just accumulated on my one art account, so like everyone knows what I make, and if I make commissions then I just go like, yeah, here you go guys, who wants one? That being said, I have absolutely struggled to get customers before. Like I've like even as early as, or as recent rather, as like last year, there was a point where I was like, good God, I am broke and no one wants to commission me. I need to do something about this. I recently joined VGen, and ever since then, my commissions have been rather like consistent. Like I'll get like 2 every like couple, like 1 a week, I'd say, is my like current thing, which is great for me because it's not too much, but it's also like, you know, a good income for me to earn my money on. You know what I mean? So I'm sure there's different things. If you're struggling to find stuff and you feel like you do have a developed art style, then I would say maybe try like Fiverr or VGen maybe, because you can find a lot of new customers through that, because they have like SEO options where you can like search bar and like find stuff based on that, you know. or just try posting more art to social media. Try like hashtags or art trends or stuff to grow an art account. I know nobody wants to hear that, but like that's an option. And if you feel like your art style isn't quite developed, then maybe just focus on drawing for yourself for a while to, get that up higher, and maybe do like a different type of job in the meantime if you need income. Because, yeah, I unfortunately, the truth about art stuff, especially commissions, is people need to want it because it is a luxury, and if they don't want it, then obviously they don't need it, so they're not going to purchase it, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's kind of a harsh reality, but I feel like you gotta have fun drawing for yourself for a bit. Once you have a nice developed art style, then maybe it's just a matter of finding customers, and then I don't know. You could try one of those things that I said there. Hopefully, that was a good way of answering that. It's certainly the honest answer. So I wish the best to you, and I hope you can figure it out based on your circumstances. Yeah. Best of luck to you. Next question we got was Mimi almost named something else. Or any rejected. Oh my god, my Ame figure just shipped, y'all. I got an email notification. My Amelia Watson figure. Yo, let's go. Anyway, or any rejected design ideas. Okay, not to break your immersion. But obviously, when I was younger and I was in Stellar, my hair was shorter than it is now. Not that you could tell, but here, I got long hair for those of you who are, like, new to the zone. New to the beat zone, if you will. Here, look, my hair is quite long, you know. I'm not a magical girl, but I can do this. That being said, when I was younger, my hair had, like, a little side pony, you know. And it was kind of like in a bob, and it had my hoge was still there. And I only had one of my star pigtails because it was just on the little side ponytail. And I had that design for a while, if you will. That was my go-to idol look, you know. Then I grew up, and while I was growing up, I'm saying this in a way that doesn't destroy your immersion. You're speaking to Mimi Luchel right now. But while I was growing up, I had a period where I was like, what if I dyed my hair white? Yeah, I had a period where I was like, what if my hair was either white or, like, very, very whitish purple, you know? Like a very light purple. And I ended up vetoing that because I dyed my hair that way for a bit, if you will. And then I was like, wow, this doesn't suit my complexion at all. So then... So then I was like, well, back to the drawing board. And then slowly but surely over like a couple months pre-reso, my hair, grew back out again and became purple again. And it's the same shade as it was back then now. My natural shade of purple. Get it? Natural purple, everyone. It's very natural. Look at it, okay? And as far as me being named something else, so... I don't know how I want to answer. I'll answer this both ways. Why not? One to destroy your immersion and one not to. The one to destroy your immersion, my parents wanted to name me a couple other things, one of which was Sabrina. That didn't pan out, obviously. My name's Mimi. They also wanted to name me a couple other things, but that's the one that I always remember. And one of the other names that I was going to go by as an idol, if you will, pre-Stellar era, was... my name is actually based on this now, but... I wanted it to be Mima, with like an A at the end instead of Mimi, because Mima is one of the moons of a planet, I think Jupiter, I don't remember, it's been like 7 years since then, but yeah, I wanted to name it after like a moon in the solar system, in the Milky Way, if you will. So, yeah, my name was gonna be Mima, but then I decided it sounded too much like Meemaw, and I didn't want to deal with that, so my name's Mimi. Hi, I'm Mimi Luchel. You can say Mimi Lucelle, but it's not technically correct. It's Mimi Luchel. It's Italian. I'm Italian and French. Hello, everyone. Okay, cool. Now that I have potentially destroyed or kept intact your immersion, depending on how you decide that goes. Next question. Where is a good place to start if you want, if you want to be a VTuber? I think Dio. Hi, Dio. Dio. Sorry, every time I see you, I have the instinctual urge to just say your name in a very deep voice. Welcome. Young Mimi was a vibe, lol. Thank you. Best Squid also hi. And Extemporaneousness 1. Hello. Welcome. Years. Wowzers. Oh, yeah. I'm going to be in student loan debt for the rest of my life. Rip. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry. Look at those big eyes. I do got big eyes. Daisy calls them my orbs. These are my orbs, according to Madam Daisy. Mima Mimi is real. No, she's not real. My name is Mimi. Mimi. Okay, cool. Wonderful. Oh, you're approaching me? Jotaro! I've never even seen JoJo's. I just know all the memes. Dio! Anyway, so what's a good place to start if you want to be a VTuber? So I would say it depends on how hard you want to go from the get-go, but I would say number one, first and foremost, make sure you enjoy streaming. Whether you want to do like a little PNG tuber situation, or if you want to just stream to your friends and see how that goes first, or if you want to dive in and do a VTuber model, just get it commissioned and spend thousands on it and go for it. Like, I'm sure if you want to, you could do that. But by all accounts, I think everyone will agree. Number one, first and foremost, if you want to be a VTuber, make sure you enjoy some sort of entertaining, if you will. Like, whether that be making YouTube videos or streaming or doing some other form of entertainment. At the end of the day, your average VTuber is an entertainer. And if you don't enjoy entertaining, then you can just be someone with an OC. That is also so valid and okay. You know what I mean? You can just be someone who has a persona or an OC. That was me before I was a VTuber. You know? You can do that. That's okay. Hi, Midge. Welcome. Hiya. Hello. Me chanting at home with a pen light. I love you. Weird fun fact, but I've been here since your MLP days. Good God, you've seen a lot. You've seen a lot, then. I salute you, soldier. Thank you very much for sticking around. Good God, you've seen so much. You've seen me grow up from being literally 11 years old to being an actual functioning adult in society. Wow, crazy. Anyway, that being said, so yeah, make sure you enjoy streaming. First and foremost, number one, unless you want to be like a fancy VTuber where, you know, you don't stream, but you make like videos. I guess there's a lot of people who do that as well, or you could just be some other thing. I'm sure there's plenty of creative ways to do that. But that being said, make sure you enjoy being an entertainment or a streamer if you want to be stereotypical like me. And if you do, next up, figure out what you want to look like, what you want your branding to be. If you want to be one of those people who has a different personality when you stream, I can't relate to that. This is just how I am. I'm too real. But if you want to be one of those types of people, then come up with all that. Just get your plan and settled. You know what I mean? Figure out what you want to be, what you want to do. If you want to be one of those cool VTubers who has like some fancy like redeems or something on like Twitch, like if you want to be more chaotic, if you want to be more chill, like you can be anything you want. Just figure it out, you know. Once you have your planning done, you got to get your hands on either like a PNG tuber or like a VTuber model like you would need like an artist or rigging or something. For, I feel like the majority of people, that means you might have to save up some money to pay an artist / rigger to do it. If you're batshit like me, you'll just learn how to do it yourself. Not my rig though. My rig was done by Sophie L. Mama. I love you. But I did my art. But yeah, so you might need to save some money up to get it done. But I feel like in order, those are the current steps. And then once you've got whatever you want to do, obviously there's no one way to do it. This is just my personal advice. You can do whatever the hell you want, actually. But yeah, so I would say that once you've got all that stuff done, then if you want to schedule like a debut and make a big deal about it on Twitter so that you can get like some eyeballs on you or whatever, you know, you could do that. Or you could just go live, hit the live button and be like, hello everyone, my name is Mimi Luchel, I am a VTuber now. Welcome to my first stream. Today we will be playing Apex Legends. And then do that if you enjoy that. I don't know, I've never played Apex a day in my life. Is that even the name of the game? I couldn't even tell you. Functioning adult in quotes? Excuse me, Senator. I'm an adult. I'm definitely an adult. I'm 23 years old. I just turned 23 years old. I'm 23. Wow, I'm old. But that being said, I functioning, you know, maybe, but I get it. But I am an adult. I have a driver's license. I have a debit card. I have a driver's license and a passport even. Actually, I think kids can get passports, but you know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, I would say that, and then it's just a matter of streaming, and you can, if you want to like get more successful as a VTuber, being more consistent in streaming. It doesn't have to be more constant necessarily, but more consistent. So if it's like an every Monday thing, or like every first of the month thing, or yada 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 yappa yappa, as long as your audience knows when to find you, then you're fine. For me, I stream typically every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then Thursdays and Fridays are up in the air depending on how I feel that week, at the exact same time, which is about noon or 1 p.m. every day. So, you know, we got all them options, but I'm sure, you know, so hopefully that's helpful, you know. Hopefully that's a helpful answer to that question. I'm sure there's plenty of, like, tutorials and stuff online that could give you more in-depth answers, but that's what I would say, personally. Make sure you enjoy streaming, number 1. Number 2, get your hands on assets. And number 3, just do it. You know? You know? Izanzi, I'm gonna answer your question. Hi, by the way. I'm gonna answer your question real quick. Why'd you start Reso? Was it literally fuck it, let's be idols? So I said this a little bit earlier, but I'll say it in this context as well. I was an idol before Reso. I started a group before Reso when I was in high school. It was a group of all minors, actually, until like I think a couple of us turned 18 towards the end. I don't know if I was one of those. I think I might have either just turned 18 or I was about to turn 18 when we graduated from Stellar. So I don't know. But yeah, Stellar was my old idol group. It was like a school idol group for all intensive purposes. That's what I call it now, because I mean we were all in school anyway, so it might as well. But yeah, so I had that, and then I moved, and I was like, well, I'm not quite done in this rodeo yet, so I want to do it again. So I moved, and everyone else, a lot of the other members went to college and stuff anyway, so we could not continue Stellar as it was regardless. And so I was like, all right, fuck it, we ball, I make a new group. So it kind of was that, and I opened auditions, and then I found people, and then it was good, and then we had some struggles, and then it was good, and then we had some struggles, and then it was good, and then we had some struggles, and then it was good, and then we had some struggles, and then you get it. So yeah, there's that. It mostly it was just like, I'm not quite done yet. I would like to do more, so I did. Does that answer your question? Does that answer your question? I hope it does. I was like, well, I want to continue, so I shall. And that's where I am now still. I want to continue, so I shall. I will do what I feel like. Next question. Okay. I'm going to answer this other question first before I answer these other two ones, because the other two ones, they're going to delve into some tea. So I'm gonna save those for a second from now. I'm going to answer another light one really quick, because I am going in order. I don't want to lose my spot, but you know. How, not what, why did I write that? How is your manga coming along? Yeah, so if you didn't know, I am making a manga. I have plans in my funny little brain to just keep making manga as long as I live, apparently, at this point, because I just keep thinking of new things. I keep cooking up new things, and I'm new storylines and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to make these. That being said, currently, Momo Pafu, hi, welcome. Jargold also, hi, I didn't say hi to you, hello! Hi. Anyway, my manga, that's what I was saying. Good thing I wrote these questions on the screen, because now I can just look at the screen and be like, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So my manga's actually going very well. The entirety of the, like, storyboarding and everything is done. I'm literally just at the phase where I'm, like, inking everything and, you know, making it the final draft, I guess. That being said, my primary thing that is holding me back is the fact that as no surprise to anyone, 99% of what I draw on a daily basis is cute girls. And Pink Willows, that's the name of my manga, has two adult male main characters. And, well, I don't draw men all that often, and I'm not feeling very confident in the way that I portray them, so, the main reason that this damn story is not already done is because I keep going back and being like, let me just fix the way his face looks. Let me just do this panel again, because his anatomy's wrong, or let me just go back and, like, change this. So, you know, I keep delaying myself by being like, wow, I could draw men so much better now than I could 2 weeks ago. Let me redo this panel. And then, like, I'll be like, wow, 2 weeks ago that panel was so bad. So, like, now I'm kind of in this thing where I'm like, all right, let me finish the entire thing first, and then I'll go back and change all the panels that I want to. Because by then, surely, I will have had a lot more time to improve my male drawing style, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. So, that's my main struggle right now. But hopefully I can get over that, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, it'll be done this year for sure. So if that's any consolation, it'll be sold this year. I don't know exactly when, probably at least 6 months from now, just because I'm gonna want to run it by my editors again afterwards, and that takes a little bit of time too, but you get it. So it is happening, and it will be published. It will be a real physical booklet that you can buy. Manga book. It will be available in stores. I had a dream about it being available in stores, and I was like, it's crazy. Anyway, yeah. I also had a dream yesterday about how one of my friends was able to drive a rope. Like, all of us sat on a rope, like, in a line, and he just drove the rope like it was, like, a bus or something, and we were in, like, some crazy version of Miami where there were, like, beautiful flower fields and, like, cute cows. It was very pastel and colorful and vibrant. Miami don't look like that. Also, you can't drive ropes in real life, so I don't really know what was going on in my head with that one, but, you know, that was a crazy dream for sure. Anyway, so, yippee! My manga is coming along well, and I am my own worst enemy. That's all. I'm gonna answer one more before I do the nitty-gritty. Fave, Reso... You know, I have to, like, look at the keyboard when I type. I don't know, I'm inept. Fave Reso outfit. Actually, they typed it like this with 2 exclamation points. I'm gonna type it the same way. Fave Reso outfit. I feel like I genuinely really love the cold case outfits. They're so cute, and they're, like, preppy. They're nice. I like them. But I do like the Let's Go Rainbow outfits, but I never felt very confident in them because I felt like they made me rather frumpy because my body type, like, because they had, like, a high waistline, but I have, like, a bit of a bust, if you will. So it made me look very unflattering in my personal opinion. So I don't know, but I do like the design for them, and the fabrics that were chosen for the Let's Go Rainbow outfits were very nice. Monochrome 2.0 was very nice as well. But yeah, I feel like if I had to choose a favorite, honestly, probably... Oh, you know what, though? Goddess. Oh, probably Goddess, actually. No, straight up, Goddess outfits. Those were kind of a pain in the ass to wear because they had a lot of moving parts. But damn, were they pretty. And I actually sewed them very well. I wasn't on, like, a crazy time constraint at that point. So they were, like, executed very nicely and they were very nice. I don't know, I like a lot of our outfits. Lemonade, we wanted it to be more K-pop-y, so unfortunately they are kind of my least favorites just because I didn't really design... I did design them, but I, like, didn't really, you know? They were just, like... They were, like, just real clothes. So, I don't know. I like my fancy stage wear, if you will. But, yeah. Yeah, out of the outfits that we made in real life. So, probably Goddess #1, Cold Case #2, Let's Go Rainbow #3. No. Well, actually, I don't know if the order's like that, but you get it. Hopefully that answers that question. I'm bad at picking favorites. All right, let's see. All right, I can't avoid these 2 questions because I said I would answer every single question, so here we go. I'm going to put on my dark face. Not you guys watching me type 4 for that. That's crazy. My hotkey has been revealed. So, this first question... This is going to be controversial, by the way, but I said I would answer every single question, and I'm not a liar. What do you think about Mellowpara's disbandment? Now, if you don't know, Mellowpara, Melody Parade, they are... You know, I feel weird with this dark thing. Never mind, I'm not going to... Melody Parade is a idol group in Australia. I feel like I am friends with basically all of their members. That being said, I don't know why this needed to be asked to me. No shade to the person who asked it. That's why I'm keeping everybody anonymous, so don't feel bad. But I'm just saying, I don't know why this needed to be asked to me. But I wanted to bring this up because I need to say something. When RESO disbanded, okay? People were in, I don't know if you guys remember, from the literal first original song I ever made. The first ever original song I ever made was called Bright Future. It was a stellar song, and it was bad. All of us knew it was bad. We didn't know that mixing was a thing, let alone did we utilize any form of it. The video, I think, was fine. I didn't look very flattering in that video, because, again, I was, like, 13 or some shit, man. I don't know. No, maybe I was like 16, actually. 15? 15. 15 sounds right. Anyway, regardless. So even then, in that song, there was one girl. She's very delightful. Her name is Allie. She used to go by Stella. And she was like the one with the pink hair, if you remember that. Anyway, in that song, that was her, like, only song that she did with us, and then she left for, you know, her own reasons, which is absolutely valid and fine and normal in idol groups, especially Kaigai or indie idol groups, okay? We are real human beings. I am included in this. We are real human beings, okay, with real lives. Our emotions can change, our wants can change, etc., yada yada, you get it, okay? Anyway, so, Allie was in that one song, and that was in 2015, I think. Maybe 26. That was in 2016, early 2016, actually. So that being said, she was in that one song, and ever since then, she has not done anything idol related. Now, when RESO disbanded, she did a Q&A, and someone asked her, "What do you think of RESO's disbandment?" And she was like, good for them. I'm glad they're doing what they need to do and prioritizing things, yada, yada. But I talked to her about it after, because, you know, we're civilized people. We're friends, okay? Like, I don't know. I talked to her about it after, and I was like, yeah, I don't know why anyone needed to ask you that. I'm sorry you have to keep dealing with this shit, even to this day. Like, that group doesn't even, Stellar doesn't even exist anymore, let alone the fact that she was only in one song, and, like, she's still being bombarded by people who assume that there is some sort of drama. It's ridiculous to me. There's no drama. There's no drama. Nobody hates each other like that. And even if we did, what makes you think we're gonna go out here and be like, what makes you think we're gonna be out here and be like, yeah, actually, I think it sucks. Like, yo, fuck Mimi, you know, like, what? Anyway, so I'm just saying, this gives me a similar vibe to that. It's like, what do I think about Mellowpar's disbandment? Let them live. Let them do what they want to do for their own lives. It's fine. If they want to make music, if they want to dance, if they want to be idols, if they don't want to do any of those things, if they want to just vibe, let them do it. Who cares? It doesn't matter what I think, frankly. It doesn't matter what any of us think. What matters is what they need to do for themselves. You know? Idols are human beings. Human beings! And they were like thriving for 3 years plus, right? I think they made a beautiful original song with a beautiful music video. They've done all sorts of wonderful stuff, beautiful live performances. Just enjoy what happened. It was an experience that happened. Let them live. Let them continue to make more things. Because if you enjoyed Mellowpara, or if you enjoyed RESO, then you will enjoy what we make in the future collectively. Because we're still the same people. Like, I don't know, not to be whatever, but it's like, I don't know. What do I think? I think good for them. They did what they needed to do for themselves. That's it. I don't have to have more of an opinion on that, you know? Let them live, okay? That's my answer. Sorry if you didn't mean this question in any of a bad way, but I wanted to use your question as an example regardless, so, shout out to you. But yeah. No hard feelings, just saying, like, don't, let them be people, let them live what they need to do, okay? They can live. Now, that being said, I have to address this next question because they came in literally at the exact same time, so, I'm gonna address it the exact same way. Why did RESO disband? Okay, listen. I know everyone really wants to not everyone. I know a lot of people really want to think that there is some behind the scenes shit going on. I know people really want to think that there is, like, we couldn't possibly have been honest with you with our thing because I wasn't ridiculously transparent with why we disbanded. If you go to the RESO socials or whatever, there's a disbandment notice, and it reads, I'll literally read it to you myself, alright? It quite literally reads, and I know a lot of people don't like to read, so, like, you know what, go off, but I'm just saying. Also, again, same thing as the last question, like, no harm to this person who asked this. I said I'd answer every question, and I'm doing it, but I'm an honest human being, okay? It quite literally says, our disbandment comes due to the health issues regarding our founding member, Mimi. Yes, that's me. Hello. It's been decided that it's best that she does not continue doing heavy idol activities. Pengi and Daisy have decided not to continue in RESO without her, and therefore RESO will be dissolving. All 3 members will continue on to pursue their individual projects in the future. There you go. That's why. Literally. Like, there's nothing deeper than that. I have chronic migraines, okay? I don't have a specific diagnosis too deep beyond that. That is a diagnosis that I have, but I do not have a specific thing beyond that because despite me going to actual doctors, all right, and yada, 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 it's hard to get that, all right? It's hard to get a real, like, straight, like, specific diagnosis when my doctors are currently more focused on getting my symptoms treated so that I'm not suffering, okay? Let me describe this to you, because I need to say this. It's kind of ridiculous, but a lot of people have been up in my DMs and shit, and I've been ignoring it, but honestly, it's frustrating, so I'm gonna use this question as a chance to complain about it. People have been up in my DMs and stuff being like, this is not, or like in forums and stuff, all right? Listen, I don't be looking at them, but people tell me about what they say, so honestly, it's kind of annoying. I don't need to know about all that, all right? I really don't. I don't be looking at those things on my own for a reason, and if you know what I'm talking about, I'm very sorry. But that being said, like, listen, I do not owe you as my audience anything. I do not owe anyone a copy of my medical records. I don't owe you my diagnosis, all right? I'm a human being who has a right to my privacy, all right? Now, that being said, I enjoy speaking to you guys, you know what I mean? And I say you guys as like a general blanket statement. Most of you, actually, I'm pretty sure all of you who come to my streams, you do not think like the same way that some of these people do, right? So I don't know anything about my medical anything. All right, listen, I am entitled to my privacy. No matter how parasocial y'all want to get about it, like that is the cold hard fact. That being said, I'll just fucking say it, man. Okay, I get migraines twice a week, every single week of my life for the most part. What does that entail? I also get things like tension headaches, and there is like suspicions of cluster headaches, which is another situation. If you don't know what that is, don't worry about it. It's too deep anyway. But I get migraines typically twice a week. That means I am practically incapacitated at least 2 times a week. It typically happens at night, which is why I stream in the daytime, but that's also why I cancel streams a lot of the time without much warning, okay? Basically, it means all light hurts my eyeballs. All sounds hurt my ears, all right? You get it? It's a little complicated. I'm basically, sensory speaking, I am a lot more sensitive to environmental changes than a lot of normal people, all right? I'm dumbing it down quite a bit, but, like, you get it. For example, if I smell something a little too strong, it might make me a little dizzy, all right? Not necessarily dizzy, but, like, you get it. And then if I have yada yada happen, like, if the temperature is too much, I might pass out, you know what I mean? Literally, at KatsuCon 2016, it was real cold outside, then we walked inside, and it was real warm inside, and that change in temperature quite literally made me black out temporarily, almost. So, like... My body's just a little silly, all right? I don't do well with things like strobe lights at all. I get really disoriented real quickly with anything strobe light related. Like, if the light in the room is too dim, or if it's too bright, or if it's too in my eyes, if the light source is too direct. It's really annoying to deal with, okay? It really is. That being said, a lot of the time I just get migraines and I'm like nauseous. I have to lay down and just be in a cold, dark environment that is silent. And you can see why that would make doing idle things quite difficult for me. Now, I've been doing it because I've had this condition since I was 12 years old, all right? I've been doing this since I was 16 anyway. I am 23 years old now, all right? Like... I've been doing the idle stuff regardless of that for literally years, all right? Now, God forbid I get any sort of, like, cause, all right, you hear migraines or headaches and you're like, oh, you get headaches and you quit Reso because you have headaches? All right, get over it. Like, no, it's an actual medical thing. Like, I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it in a more specific way, all right? It's a medical thing that I deal with in practically my everyday life. I have to take prescribed medication. I'm often trying new medications, which means I'm often sitting there like, oh my God, I am too nauseous to move right now, etc., you know? For long the way Reso worked, for context, to answer this question, because people are not going to be, like, happy unless I answer it, all right? But... for context, Reso, all right, all of our members live across the state of Florida. If you don't know Florida geography, that means we are approximately 2 to 5 hours apart in distance most of the time, all of our members. Daisy lives multiple hours from me. Pengy lives the farthest from any of us because she lives down in Miami, which is like a 4-hour drive from me. Because I live near Tampa, and Daisy lives near Orlando. So, like, you can look at a map. That shit is a long drive, all right? And because of that, and the fact that we all have jobs and stuff that we have to do, we can't just be like, yeah, let's just move in somewhere together, you know? Reso Hype House. It's not that easy, all right? So we have to meet up in person, and we typically would do that for weekends. That being said, we would have to grind practices, physical dance practices all weekend. We'd have to get up early, we'd have to go to sleep late, we would have to grind to make sure that our dancing was strong, in sync, etc., yada yada, you get it, for every single song that we did, okay? Now, that being said, that is a lot of physical activity, which I could not keep up with, especially if I had a migraine during one of our practices, because I can't control when they show up, they just do. And a lot of the time, my medicine will either not necessarily work properly, or I'll just be nauseous, or I'll have some other side effect from it from one reason or another. And those things just get very, very taxing on my body, okay? So the reason Reso disbanded is because I cannot physically or mentally keep up with the constant, like, dancing like crazy, you know what I mean? Like, I really enjoy dancing, but because we would have to cram it all into like really stressful weekends, because it would have been stressful regardless of my condition because of the way that we have to meet up like in those like little times and like squeeze everything in there and try to get things done together while we can, you know. Because it doesn't matter how much you work on your own, you're doing an idol performance, which means you need to dance together with other people and you need to be in sync with those other people, yada yada, you get it. We've tried videos, we've tried things. Listen, we thought about it, okay? We're smart people. That being said, number one issue, Florida, my ass in Florida right now. So true. But yeah, so basically it's like, you can see why doing all of that, or like if I was sick during a performance day and like if I have a migraine during a performance day, it's like, okay, well, we have to go in a dark, loud room, which is practically a concert, and I have to go on a stage with blaring lights in my eyeballs or flashlight. Like sometimes the stagehands would not listen to us because I would put in like a seizure warning literally for myself and be like, listen, do not do strobe lights while we're performing. Some people would not listen to that. They would be like, who cares? I didn't see that, whatever, you know, I can't really blame them. Most of them are volunteers, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a problem that we had to deal with multiple times. And then next thing you know, I'm performing and I'm dizzy on stage trying to ignore it and like trying to perform a way around it so that no one will like notice, you know what I mean? And then like this performance ends up looking a little weird or something goes wrong, yada yada, you get it. I try not to talk about these things very often because it just makes me sound so like some type of way, you know what I mean? But like, you understand what I'm getting to, all right? It was strenuous, and there was a point where I was like, my condition is getting worse, like I can't keep doing this. I was barfing literally like practically every day of a week on our like a lead up to what was supposed to be our Japan trip. Literally for like 3 weeks straight, I was basically barfing out everything I ate every day. It was ridiculous. Okay, like that is why RESO disbanded, all right? I hope everyone is happy with that explanation. That is why. There's nothing deeper than that. Daisy and Pengy were both concerned for my health, and they were like, you know what? If we can't do this, we can't do this. So like stop like hurting yourself or whatever, you know what I mean? We all collectively decided that that was the best thing to do for ourselves, and that is what happened. There's nothing deeper. You don't need to look any farther. That is the answer. Just because we didn't type that all out in a little text down there, because I didn't want everyone to be up my ass and be like, oh my god, like, oh, you're like this or that or whatever. Like, I don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? I like my privacy. You understand where I'm going with this, okay? Wow. Hopefully that will mean something to somebody somewhere, and we will stop dealing with this, because I don't want anybody like sending Daisy or Pengy or me any more DMs about like, well, how do you actually feel? Like, oh, are you like, wait, there must be some drama, right? Yo, yappa. No, shut up. There's no drama. There literally isn't. We literally still hang out. Like, shut the fuck up. Okay. All right. Anyway, wow. Now that I got that out of the way. Hopefully that satisfies you people. Hopefully that satisfies those of you who are hungry for the tea and the drama. All right? There isn't any. I hope you enjoyed that. There's no drama between me, Daisy, Pengy, okay? I hope you enjoy that. Thank you. Which song did you feel most comfortable calm performing for RESO? Okay, honestly, I don't want to, none of them. Honestly, I feel like all of our RESO performances were just so stressful. Thank you for the tea. I was very thirsty. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You tell him. I'll tell him. Thank you. Hi, Joey, by the way. How are you doing? Hope you're having a lovely day. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like all of our RESO performances ever were very stressful. But honestly, the most fun I ever had was that one that we did with Daisy, the SuperCon one. I feel like my performance was ass, like literal ass. It was so bad. But that being said, like, it was still fun. You know, we were vibing. Like, I like watching, like, Pengy perform her little, these words drove men to the grand line. I don't know, and like just, it was just very like fun. Even practicing for that live was a lot more fun than any other RESO practice we had ever had, ever. I will not elaborate, but I'm just saying that one was probably my favorite, you know? Yeah. I think, because it was just good vibes, nice healthy environment, it was good. You know, I liked it. Picasso, all right? Wow. Spectacular. You put so much effort in them and it was shown that you did enjoy your time in Reso. Yeah, all of that I said just now too. That doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy it. I did it because I enjoy it. You know what I mean? Oh, Leona, hi! Oh my god, how have you been? It's been so long. Hi. Unless you're a different Leona than the one that I know. Then hello and nice to meet ya. That goes for everyone, every part of Reso. Yes, I agree. We all did it because we enjoyed it, you know? Like, the struggles were worth it because we wanted to do something with it. We wanted to enjoy it. That being said, it's not like we're dead now just because we've disbanded. It's not like we're dead. We're still making content. We're still planning things. Everyone's got fun things behind the scene. I know of a lot of projects that you guys are probably going to drop your jaws at in the future, all right? Listen, you got a lot. You're a different Leona. Well, it's lovely to meet you regardless. Hi. Hello. But yeah, so, hope that answers those. Next question. Sorry to go off on a tangent to those of you who are like, I have no idea what is going on. But yeah, there's a lot of people who love to speculate, and all I can say is receipts or it's fake. Receipts or it's fake. Even if you've heard something from somebody, I'm telling you, a lot of people like to make assumptions, especially about me. I've noticed that, like, not to be like, oh, everything's about me, but even Pengi has told me this. She's like, damn, a lot of people like to think a lot of things about you. Also, actually, you know what? A lot of people like to think things about Pengi as well, I've noticed. Maybe that's something that happens to everybody. I don't know. A lot of people are like, yeah, Pengi's so mean. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Pengi? You think Pengi's mean? Have we met the same Pengi? Like, people will be like, oh yeah, remember that one time that Pengi, like, didn't say hi to me or whatever? It's like, she probably didn't hear you, bro. I don't know, like, what, I don't know what you're talking about. But literally, you can't be like, let me take the kindest, most, like, accepting person and then be like, yeah, they're mean. Like, hello? What the It's so silly because people love to make up their funny little fanfics, and then so many other people are like, whoa, I read it on the internet. It must be true. It is so silly. It's so silly. It's so funny. Okay, I'm sorry. Pengi is our glorious leader. She is. Stand that penguin. Stand that penguin. That being said, I will sing some praises for Daisy as well. Daisy literally single-handedly is like the level head on our shoulders, if you will. She's like, okay, step back, everyone. Let's look at this rationally. Here's 3 things that we could do besides what you're worried about right now. And then everyone else is like, so true. We don't stand for Pengi slander. I don't stand for any idol slander, to be honest. Unless it's like you have receipts and like somebody is like actively like bullying someone else or yada yada and there's like proof of it. To be honest, I don't stand for anyone who's just like, yeah, I don't think that this person is a very good person because I heard that they punched this person in the face. Yeah, I don't like Pengi because I heard that she punched Mimi that one time. And like, if you were to ask me, even, I'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? Pengi's never punched me. What? What? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, hello? Like, there are so many rumors that are so false because there are people. The sad truth of the world is that there are people who are either jealous or like upset about one thing or another or salty for some fucking reason. I don't know. None of that's my business, all right? None of that's my business, all right? All I'm saying is a lot of it's just not true. And it's kind of crazy how a lot of people will just be like, wow, that must be true. I read it on the internet. No receipts. No proof whatsoever. Must be true. Crazy. Crazy. Insanity. But that's how the internet works, unfortunately, so, you know. Let this be a lesson. Receipts or it's fake. Cool. And you know what? You could be like, yeah, receipts or it's fake with your illness and why you disbanded Reso, Mimi. And I'll be like, you know what? That's your prerogative. Don't support us if you don't want to. Go off. I'm not sharing my fucking medical records like some of y'all want. All right? I'm not doxing myself for this. You're funny. Anyway. Daisy is so cool. Daisy is so cool. Time for me to sing my Daisy praises. She is such a comforting presence. Pengi, I love her to death. She's the nicest person ever. She's got a chaotic aura. Me, you're literally here right now. I've also got a chaotic aura. Daisy is like level-headed. She is like smart, logical. She's got a great leadership brain, whether she would admit it or not. She's literally a natural leader. I have never once asked to be a leader. I've just stepped into positions that need to be filled, I suppose is a way to say it. But yeah, she's so good. She's so good. She's a queen. Daisy Rosewood, my beloved, okay? Literally last night, she was making me feel better because I was feeling anxious about something. So she was like, no, it's okay. Look at it this way. Let's try this instead. And I was like, you're an absolute fucking delight. Daisy Rosewood, the love of my life. Pengi Artemisa, my beloved divorcee husband. Have you guys heard the joke that we're like, yeah, we are a divorced couple, and Daisy is our child of divorce. We've adopted a Darla Doodles. We have a dog now. Any dog VTubers I know? Oh, Pixie Hound is a dog. Yeah, she's our dog now. Pixie, if you ever see this, you're our divorcee dog. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Wow, wonderful. Maybe we'll get remarried one day. That'd be so silly. Anyway, next question. Hold on, let me catch up on chat, then we'll do the next question. Honestly, nobody deserves hate without actual reasons, like hate situations that paint them in a bad light. I agree. Like, I don't know, there's so many people who will just make shit up and it's crazy. It's crazy. If you have receipts, that's a different thing, you know, but I'm just saying, save your receipts because, wow. Or unless, like, multiple people are coming forward with accusations and they all match up and those people would have no reason to lie. That's another situation that I would also put more faith in. But if it's just one person saying something about somebody else, then it's like, all right, chill. All right. Twig, hi! I'm a dog. Oh, my God. Lucky Lemonade, you're our second dog. Welcome. Come here, puppy. I'm sorry. Is that offensive? Wait, hold on. That might be offensive. Don't take that in an offensive way. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. Some people are so miserable they try to bring others down. Agreed. That's how humanity is. People will hate whether it's for a good reason or not. That is so true. I like to not deal with people like that as much as I can, though. I've been on a great streak recently of cutting out toxic people from my life. Frankly, I feel so good. Great streak. I say that, it's been 2 people, but you get it. You get it. You understand. Let's see. Let me sniff the chat really quick. All of Rezo actually ran me over before. Proof is the boo-boo I have on my pinky toe. So true. So true. Wow, imagine that. Imagine that being something that we did in our hypothetical Rezo tour bus. Yeah. That's what the Spy X Family cover was truly about. Oh my God, you're so right. You're so right. The Spy X Family cover spoke facts. Spoke facts, straight facts. All right, anyway. Yeah, woo, no more toxicity. That's what I'm saying. It's like there never was toxicity, but people just love to pretend. We love to play pretend. All right, let me read the next question. What sounds would you have loved to do in Rezo? So, sounds? I feel like there was a lot of song concepts that we wanted to do. My personal one where I'm like, oh, I wish we could have done this at some point was like a true, honest to God, Genki crack type song. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I hiccuped just now. Oh my God. Whew. Scared me. But like a really Genki, ridiculous energy type song. Cause like, Let's Go Rainbow is like the closest thing we have to that, but it's not quite like chanting hype crazy girl vibes. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking some like sing shock, sing shock, sing shock, sing shock. Hello, hello. You know, like Umisi domination, like some sort of just crack type energy vibe, you know? That is something that I've always wanted to try. perhaps we will in the future. I'm still making music, in case you were wondering. I'm still doing that. That's still a thing that happens. I have a single coming out. It's not that vibe, but I do have that. That does exist. And Mimi is not satisfied without Genki Chaos. Yeah. I feel like that's the only type of song that we didn't quite get to do that we wanted to do. Because I feel like you could say in one way or another that we got all of the other ones that we wanted. Because we wanted like an anime type song, but I feel like Love Latte and Neon both sort of fit that in a way. We always love our cool concepts, and Blueprint and Monochrome served. Those are my personal favorite RESO songs, but that's just because I listen to cool type music all the time. I will never say no to more cool type songs. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question. I know it's only one answer, but yeah. Well, I've also always wanted to do another Halloween song. I know I technically did one of my own, but like a group Halloween song, I guess. I'm a Halloween junkie, I'm sorry. All right, let's see. This one. Am I your favorite? Yes. Next question. What is your manga about? Wow, what's my manga about? Well, if you go on over to miyotashi.com, my website, it's also in the link, or it's in the description. It's linked in the description. There's like a little thing here that says manga. You can look at it, and it says like a little trick or treat slaps, though. I'm glad you like it. I've been tossing around the idea for years to do like a remastered version of Stardust. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not rich right now, so I can't quite jump in without worry, but if I get rich, I'll do it. Anyway, so yeah, if you go to my website, there's a little thing here that says synopsis, and I'll read that for you now. Hopefully it'll hook you in. It's my first manga, a one-shot. It's a fantasy romance genre story, very shoujo, with a planned release in 2024. And the synopsis is as follows. Layla Willows is a princess and a magical girl. Her world is turned upside down when an assassin comes to eliminate her, and as her loyal knight fights to protect her, something unexpected happens. Now this unpredictable team will have to figure out the truth behind the magical mysteries of their world. Yeah. It's a romance. It's a shoujo. It's a magical girl thing, alright? If you like Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor, Sakura, I always say it in the dub way. Maybe a little bit of Madoka Magica, I suppose. If you like those types of things. Precure, I'm sure. If you like general romance, I'm sure you'll like it. Those vibes. Dofus Games, hi, welcome. Just win the lottery. Oh, yeah, let me play the lottery. Let me win it real quick. So yeah, that's what that one is about. That's my first manga one-shot. I also have multiple other things planned, like the Fruit Bunch, but I will talk about that later because I know there's a question about that somewhere in this, so we will talk more about the Fruit Bunch in a smidge-meter, but, back to this. Back to this. So that's what my first manga is about. I don't want to spoil too much because obviously it's just a one-shot book, so there's a lot to easily spoil, so. I know a little bit about RESO already, and I already looked at the manga synopsis, and I was honestly amazed at the ideas. Thank you! Yeah. I'm a little bit of a crazy person, and I just love to create things, but I have more, there's questions that relate to that later, so I'll talk more about that later as well. Let us continue on to the next question. Oh wow, this literally is the next. Okay, well, if only I looked down. If only I looked down. Cool. Are you planning to do you can't see my capitalization. Okay, well, the Fruit Bunch reboot. Literally the next question. Crazy. Anyway, it'd be funny if your manga had RESO members hidden as Easter eggs. Have you seen the pages? What the fuck? How do you know that? My manga has a lot of Easter eggs in, like, some of the panels. You probably won't notice any of them because, honestly, they're so tiny, but, you know, we'll see. I don't know. Anyway. All that being said, Fruit Punch reboot, yes, that is going to happen. I promised my 14-year-old self that I would make this goddamn series, and goddamn it, I'll do it. I'll do it, and I will do it. Better ideas than I came up with in English in the 6th grade. Understandable. Yeah, I came up with the Fruit Punch in 2013. The year might be a little wrong, but around that time, with some friends while we were playing Animal Crossing. The plot line was entirely different, and the characters looked entirely different than they do today. But eventually I ended up taking the entire story, adapting it, rewriting it, redesigning all of the characters, and coming up with a whole bunch of stuff based off of one concept that we had come up with back then, which was also my idea. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess it's all me. But, yeah. I'm gonna do an in-depth analysis of your manga now. By all means. 2013 seems right. Yeah, I think that's correct, to be honest. I think that's correct. Because it was Animal Crossing New Leaf when we came up with that, when we were playing that. So whenever that was big, around then. But yeah, so that being said, I will absolutely be rebooting the Fruit Punch. As of now, I'm like, it'll be a manga because genuinely making manga is so much less stressful than making webtoons. And I can actually do that. Also, the Fruit Punch webtoon, whether or not you choose to read it or not, it is not necessarily accurate to the actual story I want to tell anymore. Some parts are, some parts aren't. But the art style is just, clearly rushed and underdeveloped for my personal taste, so every time I look at it, I'm like, ugh. Also, because I was worried about getting episodes out as often as I possibly could, some of the story got a little, muddy. I don't know. And there's this one episode that irks me to this day where I just drop, a bunch of, what is it, lore? Not lore. I drop a bunch of, nonsensical, there's a word for it, story stuff. I think it starts with an E. Whatever, you get it. I just dropped a bunch of information on the reader, and I was like, wow, what a boring chapter. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so that is my next manga project. I've kind of already started, the storyboards for it. Kind of. Okay, I definitely have. But that's just because I'm insane, and I just, sometimes I want to work on something, and I'll do it. Yeah. So that is a different story than Pink Willows. Pink Willows is just a one-shot manga that is completely unrelated to the Fruit Punch and everything else in every way. It's its own story, its own little thing. Exposition dump. Oh my god, Zenithor, thank you so much. You are it, thank you. An exposition dump, that's what I did. Yeah, and I was just like, oh wow, I hate this. So I rewrote the story and I made the flow a lot better paced. The pacing was just, it's so much better now already. So yeah, I'm gonna be redoing that, but I'm gonna be doing that after I finish Pink Willows, so there is some more wait time on that, but it is something that is going to happen, because I promised myself that I would do that, and I will. God damn it, I'll do it. Whether I have to wait 10 years or not, I'll do it. It will happen. So yes. How many pages will your manga potentially have? Pink Willows has 200 pages. Yeah. It's about the size of a normal manga that you would get at a Barnes & Noble or something. And hopefully it will be available in those stores. We'll see, you know? But also Pink Willows could easily become a 72-book series with all of the lore you have in your head for it. It totally could! And that's what I've been saying too. I've been saying to myself, if it does really well, I'll write more books for it. But if it's just if it does about as good as I'm predicting it'll do, which is just enough to break even on me publishing it, then I'm not gonna write more, obviously. But if it does really well and people want more, then who am I to deny the people? I'll do more, I'm multifaceted. I'm crazy, I enjoy my stories. I just really love Listen, I'm crazy. I really, really love stories. I love characters. I love writing them. I love reading them. I love watching like anime and shit. I'm obsessive with that sort of thing. And I will just keep doing it. I will just keep doing it. I don't know. Here I am. Hello, everyone. Did I tell you guys that I've been trying to make a RESO manga for years, but it just kept getting pushed back or vetoed for one reason or another? So sad. Maybe in the future. I don't know. Yum, 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 yum. There is no manga in the stores nearby me. I have to resort to spending $64 per manga. Oh my god. Not even like a Books A Million or Barnes & Noble anywhere? That's insane. I'm so sorry. I don't know how you've got bookstores around you floating around that don't have manga, because as far as I'm aware, manga is like a giant part of bookstore sales nowadays. Like, without them, bookstores would be like floundering a little bit more. I've heard that from Barnes & Noble employees. Anyway, next question. Favorite, this is not going to surprise anyone, but favorite idol media? Love Live. Sunshine is my favorite, but I also quite like Muse, Liela, and Nijigasaki in that order. Nijigaku. But yeah. If there was a RESO manga, I think I'd buy 7 of them. Yeah. We could never agree on, like, storyline stuff. Or, well, if we could agree on it, like, 2 of us would agree and then the other person wouldn't. It was always a thing. Anyway. So, favorite idol media is Love Live. I love them. And no one was surprised. What's your favorite detail about your VTuber model is the next question. What's your fave detail? Oh, I can't spell. Detail about your VTuber model. All right. So honestly, my eyeballs probably. Look at them. Look at them. My eyeballs. I like my eyeballs. But I also like some of the other random details in here. Like, I like the stars in my hair. Have you guys ever noticed that? I've got stars in my hair. Yeah. I also enjoy my Hardahoge. Bwing bwang, bwing bwang, bwing bwang. But also my singular earring is nice. I love my asymmetrical design choices. I've always thought my hairstyle was very unique too, because I came up with this hairstyle myself. Like the shooting star pigtails. Yeah. Did you know they're supposed to look like shooting stars? Yeah, this is just me showing off my model now at this point. I've got my star brooch. Yes, I do have freckles, by the way. Most people don't know that, but I have freckles, 3 of them. I've got my star brooch, this bow, which is newly added to my 2.0. These shiny things on my hands. This bell. I've got my bell that the lore here is that every time it rings, something either really good or really bad happens in the world. So that's kind of fun. Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong. Sorry guys, I keep ringing the bell. There's a lot of nice details and textures down here on my, like, fabric. Got this little bracelet here. Somebody made me that bracelet. We got star leggings. My little feathers. I also like this. Hold on, I'm falling. Okay. I gotta show you. I like my steppy steps. Steppy. Steppy step. Little steppy step. I'm so small. Steppy step. Wow. I also like my wings. I like some of my toggles. Is this it? Nope, not that. Hold on. Where's my toggle sheet? I don't even know. I don't know what number's what. Oh shit, it was this one. Bing bong. There it is. I like my toggles where I could bring my hand up. Did you know that on my hand here I have a ring? Did you guys know that I have a ring? I always have this here, but you just can't see it because it's hidden under my sleeve. But I've got a ring. It says Magical Idol on it. I wonder who wrote that or who engraved that. I've also got sparkly nail polish. I don't know if anyone's ever noticed that. What's the armband mean? I think they're Roman numerals. I don't know what they mean. What's XII in Roman numerals. Let's look that up. That's what that means, apparently. I just thought it looked cool. XIII in Roman numeral. What is that? 12. 12. That's 12. Oh, what's the 12 armband mean? You literally said that. That's crazy. It was hidden behind the little heart. Yeah. 12. One for every hour or one for every month. You choose. And then this one is 2, 3. Yeah. Oh, I also have taste buds. Did you guys know I have taste buds? Look. Taste buds. Taste buds. Yeah, wow. The 12 means Mimi's actually 12 years old. Nah. No, I'm an adult. The 12 just means there's 12 months in a year. Actually, yeah, 'cause you can't get rid of me no matter how many months go by. Bazinga! Got him with that. Okay, this conversation in chat is going somewhere for sure. I'm starting to get into Life 2D, and I reckon that it'll take me 4 years to become a VTuber. It's complicated when you don't have time to make model art and concept for your model. The pain is real. Oh no! I'm so sorry. I mean, you could outsource it if you want, but I could see why it's difficult to do. For sure. For sure. I'm lucky enough that doing art full time is my job anyway. So... Not that I make a lot of money. I'm kind of broke, but that's okay. I'm a content creator through and through, I suppose. Wow. Anyway, let's see. Next question. We got what is your process for song writing, and where do you usually start? Okay, so I will say I have written music entirely like by myself before, but I've never shown it to the world because do I want to say this? I don't know. I showed it to someone. One song that I wrote, I was really proud of. I was like, wow, I think I came up with something really fun for this. I wrote a melody, lyrics. I had ideas for the instrumental, although I couldn't like create it myself with the tools I had in front of me. But I had like ideas for where I wanted like certain instruments to be and how I wanted them to sound. I went real in depth with it. This was in Reso era. I wrote it. I showed it to someone, and their response was, I don't think I really like it. And I was like, I will never do this again. So their response was something like between that and then like it was like, oh, I don't think I understand. No, it's not Pengy. But anyway, yeah, I was just like, oh, rip. And then I was like, I will never do this again. And then I do still write top lines and I put lyrics to them sometimes, but I don't really share them anymore. So like, I don't know. But my personal, if I were to use that to answer this question, my personal songwriting process is I come up with a funny little la 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 in my head. I'll be like da 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 da. If that's the melody, then I'll be like, all right, cool. How do I want to put lyrics to that? I'll be like, my name is Mimi. That's the lyric. All right, wow. And then we work from there. And then in theory, I would get like an instrumental commissioned after that to like match that by someone who's comfortable doing it in that order. Because the Reso songwriting process is very different from what my personal one is, which is what I just said. So the Reso one is actually the exact opposite. We usually come up with a concept first, then we get an instrumental commissioned, and then from there, assuming that the in-house Reso team is writing it, like Pengy would always write like the top line, like the melody, and then I would come in with lyrics, and then we would both kind of collaborate and be like, all right, let's make this better than where it is currently. For Lemonade, I think that is the best example of that. For Lemonade, Pengy wrote the top line, like the melody. So she came to me with like ba da ba da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba ba. And then I was like, all right, what if we make it say, make some lemonade? I don't know if this is exact, but you get it. And then, like, I like, wrote the lyrics for it, and we put the lyrics to it, and then Pengy and I went a little back and forth. We altered some of the lyrics and some of the melody stuff, whatever. We came up with something we liked. And then I wrote some of the ad-libs. Like, I wrote the, no, which I'm still proud of, because I think that part bangs. And then we went to Moni, and she added some more ad-libs and harmonies and stuff. And then Lemonade existed. Wow. But yeah, sorry, I skipped over an entire step there. Before Pengy wrote the top line, we got the instrumental commission. She wrote the top line according to the instrumental that we got, but we told them like what we wanted it to sound like, more or less. They just came up with it themselves. Yeah, so that the process for Reso was kind of like the opposite of how I would do it if I had to do it alone. Yeah. Does that make sense? Hope that answers the question. I was recently talking to a producer, and they were telling me that they actually write songs the same way that I do, so it would seem that it truly depends, you know? Some people do melody first, some people do instrumental first, and you can just do whatever you feel like, I guess. There's no rules. I'm sure it's the same as art. Some people do sketches, some people don't, you know? I don't know. Do whatever you want. Yeah. That's so cool, though. I'm glad you find it interesting. Pengy's a little brutally honest, so I could believe it's her. No, it's not her. Pengy was like, I see what you're trying to go for. I don't remember what her exact wording was, but she was like, I see what you're trying to go for. I think it could use some work. And then we never really went further with it, but Pengy was nice about it. Pengy was nice about it. That's all I'm saying. I will not elaborate further. Read between the lines if you will, but you can also not do that. Anyway, next question. Major inspirations for art and costume design. So this might be a little frustrating to hear, but as far as costume design goes, 9 times out of 10, my good costume designs come from me just having an idea and building off of it. You guys have seen, I've designed costumes live on stream before. But yeah, basically I'll be like, oh, I had this concept to have like a star-shaped sash or something, you know? So I want to make that look like a real thing, and then I'll be like, I'll draw that on like a little base model or something, and then I'll be like, what kind of a silhouette of like a skirt or bottoms would look good with this, and then I'll like go from there, and then I'll add details and colors as I go, depending on how I feel. It's all very vibes based. So unfortunately, I don't really have anything specific to say for costume design, at least, because I just kind of go based off vibes after I get an idea. I don't really just sit down and say, I need to design a costume right now. Usually I get an idea and then I'm like, all right, I will design something based off this idea, you know? Or if I have like a theme in mind, it makes it easy, because I'll be like, oh, if the theme is mermaid, then maybe I can work a mermaid tail in there, or some fishy stuff, or like clams or scallops, or anything that fits that theme. You know, where would I put these on this costume to make it look good, you know? I guess I do follow the basic idol like concept for a lot of my outfits, which is skirt plus top, you know, but that's also very vague, so I don't know if that really helps. Plus like accessories and stuff. I like to make my shoes and stuff match the outfits. I don't know. That's not really very helpful, but I don't really have any specific inspirations but besides like, I guess, the theming of what I need it for, I guess. Or whatever my starting idea was, I guess. For art, that is kind of different, because for my inspirations for art are like any artists I follow on the internet, I guess. I don't know. Usually I'm using inspiration here in a way where it's like oh, this person drew something like this person drew Hatsune Miku, but I really like the way that the lighting in it is really strong or heavy. That makes me want to try to draw something with a heavy, strong lighting, you know? And then whether or not I end up actually doing that or not is irrelevant, I guess, because a lot of the time I'm just like, ooh, that would be cool, and then I don't do it. But yeah, so I guess for art, it's just kind of like based off vibes. Obviously, I get art blocks sometimes. You guys witnessed that literally earlier this month. I was like, wow, I can't draw anything right now. This is crazy. But I'm over that now. I finished a couple commissions and I've been vibing. I realized the thing that got me out of my art block this time was me being like, oh, I want to have some more dynamics in my facial expressions in my art style. Like, make it look a little less perfect and a little more, like, expressive. So I played with that for some commissions and it worked out very nicely. Anyway, so yeah, I guess saying like major inspirations for art is like just seeing other people do things and me being like, well, that could be fun to try out. I don't really anymore have like, I don't do that I haven't done this in years, I feel like, but I know a lot of beginner artists do this, and I know that I did this when I was like very early on in my art career. Like if I saw someone try a pose and I liked it, I'd like sketch the pose and try to be like, oh, can I execute something similar to this? So like referencing, I guess that's a different thing. I don't really do that anymore. It's been quite a long time since I've done that, I think, actually. I just kind of draw, and then I'm like, yeah, this looks like what I want it to be. Cool. And then I'm done. Oh, and then I render for 300 years, and then I'm done. But you get it. So I don't know if that's honestly helpful either. I guess the biggest thing for, like, inspiration would be, like, follow a whole bunch of different other artists online, see what they create. Maybe it'll strike something in you. Maybe go outside if you're feeling some type of art block. Try some art challenges to inspire you. I don't know. It's not the most helpful thing ever, but that's that. I do have some favorite artists, if that was the question. I like Mika Picasso. Sawi has always been one of my favorite artists. I don't know if they do a lot of art nowadays. There's a lot of like VTuber artists that I really like. Like I like Rosary. I like Uniho. A lot of mangakas that I really look up to, like the Spy Family mangaka Tatsuya Endo. I really like Sorara Yuki, the Snow White with the red hair. Akiduki, is that her last name? Her surname? Akiduki? Sorata Akiduki, I think. The Snow White with the red hair mangaka. I love her art style. There's a lot of inspiration in that from me as well. The Hanako, Toilet Pan Hanako-kun one, whose name's escaping me currently. But yeah, Clamp. They have a lot of really good art. I don't know. I look up to a lot of mangakas recently. But yeah, you get it. You understand. You understand. Hopefully that answers that question. Jackets. I'm going to answer your question before we go back to Instagram town. How expensive was it to make outfits for Reso? So this depends on the outfits. I have gotten extremely good at sourcing cheap material online. I've just found lots of websites and places where it's like, ooh, I know I can get this fabric for a deal, this for that. I also worked at Joann for a while throughout Reso, for like a year and a half, I would say, throughout Reso's career in the middle of it there. So I had like my employee discounts for fabric as well. That being said, I self-pattern, so we've never spent money on patterns. I just make my own. And usually for costumes, in the beginning of Reso, we did like everyone pays for their own costume. But this actually goes for a lot of things in Reso. We actually came to an agreement at some point, because we were like, okay, if I'm doing all of this work, if I'm doing, you know, in theory, if the math is like I'm doing 90% of the work, then I'm only paying 10% of the cost. And then we like split that amongst all three of us, and then we made it like fair so that everyone was contributing like money or time, depending, because time is money. And we all agreed that that was fair, and we did that. So, everyone was contributing equally in some way, whether that was monetarily or by putting their time in to like actually do the creative stuff. And that went for costumes as well. So I would say typically my costumes that I would make were like, all of them are less than 300 per costume, I feel like. Every single one. I feel like most of them are above 150 once you start adding like fancy like ribbons and buttons and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like somewhere between that range of like 150, 300 per costume, depending, because like I feel like the Let's Go Rainbow ones, they were a little more expensive because there was a lot more like fancy fabrics going on. I also have my own big fabric stash, which I like to pull from a lot of the time, but I can't quite use that for like 3 full costumes a lot of the time because I don't necessarily have enough to apply the same way to 3 different outfits. But yeah, I would say somewhere in the range of 150 to 300 USD per costume. But that's also why we didn't do new costumes ridiculously often. You know? Well, that and also sewing the same thing 3 times over is incredibly boring. And I lacked the motivation to do so. I like sewing for myself, but sewing for other people when you can't have them there to do try-ons is very hard for me because I'm not good at math. I literally eyeball shit. I literally eyeball things a lot of the time. I never claimed to be a professional. I just learned how to sew one day at 3 a.m. because Stellar needed a seamstress. And, well, that's what I did. Like I said, I learned things out of necessity. Kind of crazy. So, yeah, there you go. Hi, Top Josh. How am I today? I am good. Hello. I am good. Next question. Oh, I love this. I love this one. Let's go. We got, have you caught up on Miraculous yet? Miraculous yet. And then there's a second question in this, which I'll answer in a second. Yes, I am fully caught up on Miraculous. I've watched every centimeter of content that goddamn show has to offer. I am caught up. And I will absolutely one day do that stream that I keep talking about where I just complain about it. Because I'm one of those people who loves it, but I also hate it. I love it, but I hate it, you know? It makes me cringe so hard, and for what? And for what? But it's so cute, and I adore the concept. I literally adore the concept, you know what I mean? I love it. But I hate it. But I love it. So yes, I'm entirely caught up, and one day I will do a stream where I talk about the entirety of Miraculous, spoil literally everything, and complain about it for 3 hours straight. I'll probably have Pengy here to do that with me. Who knows? We'll see. It's rare to see you up close. Why? You don't like me getting up here for a sniff? You don't like my eyebrow movement? You don't like me cheesing at you? I'm struggling to cheese it. Sometimes I can't do the cheese and face too easy. Mini-Me, hi, hello, by the way. Welcome. On stage, you can follow the 40 feet rule. As long as it looks good from 40 feet away, you're good. That is some shit that we did for a lot of our costumes. I will not lie. It is no secret to anyone that I was under ridiculous time constraints for a lot of Reso stuff. Most of which was set by us, so, like, I can't really complain about it, but, like, you know, that is still a fact of the matter. And that being said, yeah, a lot of the times I'd be like, well, as long as it doesn't fall apart and it looks good from the stage, it's okay. You know, it'll be fine. I'll actually use these as an example. The winter outfits that we wore for Otaku Fest, the, like, penguin-looking ones, they were, like, black and white. I had a conniption while designing and sewing those because they were supposed to look entirely different in the beginning, but my original pattern just did not work, and I had like an entire mental breakdown. And then Pengy was like, let's start from number 1 again. I've talked about this on stream before, but she was like, let's start from the beginning again. And then she came to my house, and then we like tried to figure things out. I ended up coming up with a different concept, but they were so shittily made. I mean, like, they wouldn't fall apart, but also, like, they had, like, open to the air interfacing on the underside of the panels. Some of the trims were just straight hot glued on because I did not have time. I made those costumes quite literally in like 2 days. All 3 of them in 2 days. So that was a situation. I dug myself into, but I had a lot of other deadlines by that time for Reso, so forgive me for my transgressions. At least I came up with something, okay? That's all I can say. Anyway, all right, second part of the question here is also, what's the manga making process look like for you? Okay, so manga making process. For me, I figured out what I wanted the book's dimensions to be first, and then I make a little... I basically make that double, I like double width, if that makes sense, so that it'll be like a whole spread, and then I'll separate that down the middle so I know where the crease is, and then I'll make my safety lines so I can keep everything within the safety lines, and then I just sketch it. I just sketch the whole damn thing. I guess prior to this, I have like a general outline or like an idea in my head for what I want to happen in like the chapter or whatever. I do go chapter by chapter, with that being said. The way I made Pink Willows was a little different, but I'll talk about that in a sec. But yeah, basically I just start sketching. I sketch the whole thing. I type in the speech bubbles, but my sketches are like primitive. It's just a bunch of bald figures making expressions, and half the time you can't really tell what's going on. So I also have like little written notes, so I'll be like, this is a balcony. This is a window. So that I don't forget by the time it comes to me inking. But yeah, I sketched the whole thing. And with Pink Willows, because that's my manga that I'm working on currently, I sketched out the entirety of chapter 1, because that was the one chapter where I knew exactly what was going to happen. I had ideas for like chapter 2, 3. I haven't drinking any water in like 2 hours, Jesus Christ. I had ideas for what would happen for like the middle chapters, but nothing too solidified. But as soon as I knew what I wanted the ending to be, I actually wrote the first chapter and then the last chapter, chapter 5. I wrote them like first, and then I filled in the middle parts with like certain things that I wanted to happen there. No spoilers, don't worry. So I don't know, but when I'm writing the Fruit Bunch, it's kind of different because I have a much more pre-planned like writing thing. Like I have everything in writing for what I want to happen for the entirety of that series, so I'm kind of just doing it in order. So I'm like, chapter 1, here's the storyboard, chapter 2, here's the storyboard. If I feel like working on some random chapter, I'll do it, because the Fruit Bunch is very like not my current priority. So if I just feel like working on like this one chapter or something, I'll be like, all right, I'm just go storyboard that real quick. Because the way my storyboards work is, even if my art style changes, like with the exception of my male drawing style, because my male anatomy has changed like rather drastically from when I storyboarded Pink Willows. But that being said, my sketches are so crude that I can just apply my new art style like on top of it, or my updated art style like on top of it for like the line art. But yeah, I basically do a really crude sketch, and then I immediately go in inking it afterwards. Sometimes I'll do like a middle sketch if I think I need it for like the solidification of it all, but most of the time it's just crude sketch to line art and finished version, because I do screen tones and line art at the same time. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. It's very all around the place, but I start with sketches no matter where you go, so there's that. That and a little bit of planning, I guess, is even more preceding that. Yeah. Hopefully that answers that. Next question. I feel like it's impossible to not have a love-hate relationship with Miraculous. That is so true. That is so true. Miraculous haters are their biggest fans. Everyone else just hasn't watched it yet. Anyway. I have to open up my secondary question form here, because I put a couple question forms up We have number one on this secondary question. So number whatever question this is. Next question. Would you ever do a spicy challenge stream? Honestly, yeah, probably. Only problem is I love spicy food, so we'd have to get something real hot for that to work for me, because I just enjoy eating spicy food on the daily. I eat spicy noodles all the time. I love spicy chips, spicy chicken, spicy beef, spicy vegetables. I love spicy food. So I could, but we'd have to find something real hot. But yeah, I feel like I also don't know what the challenge would be, because like I feel like most like streamers will do that and be like, question and answer. If I don't answer it, I eat the noodles. But I mean, I'm doing a question and answer right now where I'm literally just answering every question. So, no incentive needed. I don't need to skip the questions. I'm quite an open book. So I don't know what the challenge would be, but you know, I'd consider it. If I could think up what it would be, I'll do it, you know. I'm down to clown. Next question. Can you whistle? Yeah. I can whistle. Can you guys whistle? Just send in math questions? Oh shit. Wait, that's so funny actually. What if I do that math test? It'll be like a 9th grade math test. But if you can't answer the math questions, then you eat the noodles. Or if you get them wrong, then you eat the noodles. That's so funny actually. Wait, I'm absolutely gonna do that. Gruff, you're so smart. Everyone, thank you, Gruff. Say thank you, Gruff. Thank you, Gruff. We're gonna do that. That's so smart. Maybe not even just math questions. Maybe it'll just be like trivia plus math. And then like I could have like science questions and shit in there too, because I'm bad at that as well. That'd be so funny. That's a great idea. You're so smart. Wow. It's crazy what you can do when you talk to people. Gruff, thank you. We're doing it. Write that down. Hold on. I have to write that down. If I don't write that down, it's not gonna happen. Thank you, Gruff. Exactly. Let's go. Thank you. Hold on. Spicy, are you smarter than a 5th grader? Challenge. Wow. Okay, I wrote it down. What's the integral of 2x dx from 1 to 2? My first question is, what is an integral? It would have to be something that I've learned previously. I don't even know what that is. What kind of rocket science are you feeding me right now? I only ever did algebra 1. I did probability and statistics too, but I only ever did algebra 1. So, you know. Okay, next question. Something tells me I'm gonna be eating a lot of spicy food that day, but that's okay because my stomach can handle it because I'm used to it. This one. Given, this is gonna have a really ridiculous answer. I'm sorry in advance. All right, you still think math has numbers? It's what? It doesn't? What are you talking about? Math, not numbers. What? Hello? I love Tupper's self-referential formula. Y'all are making shit up now. I don't even know what that is. Tupper's Tupperware? Are you talking about how much banana bread can fit in the Tupperware? Because even if it doesn't fit, you just cut the end off and eat it. Whack. Okay, anyway. Given an unlimited budget, what wedding would you plan? All right, so first of all, probably one where I have a husband or wife, right? Probably one where there's someone else standing there with me. Can you pay those types of people off? I'd have to pay my mods first. Jargold, you're the only mod in chat. You're elected. You're elected. You're elected. Anyway, so unlimited budget, what wedding would you plan? All right. So my answer is going to be a little ridiculous for this, but listen. You told me that I have an unlimited budget. Unlimited budget. This means I have Bill Gates' money and more, okay? Unlimited budget. My wedding would be world altering. My wedding would be world changing. First of all, I would become leader of the world. Second, IDK, apparently people are marrying themselves now. Can you legally marry yourself? I don't think that's how that works. Huh? No thanks! No thanks! No thanks! God damn! Not the no thanks. My mods don't even want to marry me, you guys. My mods don't even want to marry me. You see this? Anyway. I bet you still want a paycheck, though. Too bad you're not gonna get one. That's so silly. Anyway, yes, you said I have an unlimited budget. So first of all, I would create homes for the homeless and some sort of a system to make sure that every homeless person has the capabilities to learn new skills, have a safe roof over their heads, access to showers, food, and water at all times, and a way to learn new skills so that they can get new jobs in the world. I would also figure out a way to keep the jobs and economy good for us in the universe, in the whole world even, everyone. So I would end homelessness for my wedding. That would be my pre-wedding gift for myself. Secondary, I would stop world hunger. I would somehow figure out a way. I don't have all the details because I don't have all the information right now, but I would figure out a way to send food to all of the people in the universe who are hungry. Okay? We have it. I'm sure we have it. And I would also figure out a way to stop childhood brokenness, okay? There's a better way for saying that. Childhood problems. I would save the children. And to all of the people who are on bad paths, there would be something to help them as well. I don't know what, but something, all right? Healthcare. I would make healthcare free, given an unlimited budget. Healthcare worldwide is free. I know. Sure, you'd probably still be paying taxes, but listen. Worldwide healthcare. Free. Take it. Take it. I would also solve every other fucking problem in the world, all right? I would have every other problem. Also, I would get a really, 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 really nice company. I'd make a company. I would be the CEO or whatever. I'd hire a bunch of people. I don't know what the company would be. Probably some sort of talent agency or something. And I would give all of my friends wonderful opportunities and wealth in the world. And my wedding would have so much, and everyone would be like, wow, Mimi, thank you for your wedding. Thank you for this being so amazing. Thank you for your unlimited budget. And I would say, yes, thank you. Cool. Mimi destroys economies? No. I would have financial people help work with me in this fictional scenario so that I don't destroy the economies, because I'm stupid. But, I'd still do it. The thing, to help the people. I would also put a lot of money to various charities, research, animal shelters. Oh my god, I would do so much for the animals. I would do so much for the animals. I'd vote for that wedding. That's what I'm saying. Giving an unlimited budget? You're giving me an unlimited budget? Listen, my wedding would be spectacular. Next question. Next question. Mimi's thoughts on the trolley problem. See last stream. Or see the stream with the cat organization stuff. Go to the end of that stream. You'll see it. Merry Christmas. I know you were there when I did that stream. I know the person who asked this was there, all right? You know my thoughts on the trolley problem, all right? Just go observe. You could see me do that. All right. Favorite Reso memories is the next question. favorite Reso memories. Smiley face. They didn't put a smiley face, but I put a smiley face. I think genuinely when we were like, wait, we can work with Kira? At least for me, that was a big deal. Pengi shared in my excitement quite a bit as well, I remember. But yeah, there was a lot of... Sorry, I saw it in chat, now I have to say it. Chippy chippy chappa chappa dooby dooby raba raba nachi komi dooby dooby boom 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 boom. Thank you, Alien Sky. Hello, welcome. Yeah, so when we were like, we can work with Kira? That's a thing that we can do? There was like a really, like we had a lot of hope. We were filled with a lot of hope and wonder in the world. It was very nice. It was very good. And when we first heard the like top line and instrumental, I screeched so loud I woke my mother up and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, I just got excited." So that was a good memory. I think also probably my favorite memory from Reso, this is kind of specific, but I was making our Let's Go Rainbow costumes on my floor, okay? And we had just gotten the mix back for Monochrome, which we got before Let's Go Rainbow. And I think this was the first time I ever was like, oh my god, we just made a song that I would actually listen to. You know what I mean? Like, cause I like Cold Case and Goddess, don't get me wrong, right? They're good songs, they were fun projects to work on, but they're not on my playlist. You know what I mean? Like, they're not on my playlist. Like, I like them, and I like to look at them for nostalgia or whatever every now and then. Cold Case is like watching a movie, like a 3-minute movie. That's always fun. But that being said, like, they're not on my playlist, because they're not my personal music taste. But when I heard Monochrome's mix, not only was I like, oh my god, this mix is so good. Like, it sounds professional. I was like, oh my god, we are producing a song that I would actually listen to. And that was a very, very, like, monumental point in my life where I was filled with hope and wonder in the world. I was like, oh my god, it's possible for me to make something that I can be very proud of in all facets. Like, I was like, that's possible. Wow. The quick change for Let's Rainbow and Monochrome is my Roman Empire. I think so too. That was one of my big brain things. I would always talk about how, like, for live performances, you gotta have a wow factor to be memorable. And our wow factor for that was my big brainchild. Those fucking giant fans that we carried around just for that. It was worth it. It was worth it. I think it was wonderful. It was great. It was beautiful. It was spectacular. And it was fun. I still think Let's Go Rainbow Monochrome is my favorite, like, group of songs that we did, just because, like, the theming is so solid. Like, everyone's together, happy rainbow, and then it's you can't help but look at me, only color that you see. Oh, not that note at the end. I've been talking for 2 hours straight. You didn't hear that note. Anyway, it's fine. You get it. You get the gist. Like the one color from the rainbow thing, the cute concept. It was slaying. All right, it was slaying. But yeah, hearing those songs, I would listen to them. Like, I would lay awake at night staring at my ceiling on my back. I'd just look and I'd just like hear, like, I'd like listen to the Monochrome mix and I'd be like, this is real. This is real right now. This is real and really happening. Like, I for some reason, I think maybe I had doubts that it would ever happen, but that, like, sunk it into my brain. So that's probably my favorite, one of my favorite Reso memories. Mudkip, wait, I didn't see this. Mudkip, I would have a Mudkip themed wedding at a pond. I would dress everyone as a Mudkip. Everyone has to speak in Mudkip. I would marry a Mudkip. Mudkip, you're so based. That's so cute. What the I love that. Mudkip, 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 Mudkip. I love that. You're so valid for that. That's wonderful. Anyway, yeah. So that was a good memory. And then I'm trying to think of some other ones. I really liked when we went to Disney World. We met Monty in the real world for the first time. We went to Disney together and we kind of just vibed. That was a lot of fun. There was a lot of bad things to that. That was on my birthday, now that I think about it. There was a lot of bad parts to that as well, but there was a lot of fun parts too. So I enjoyed the fun parts. Let's see. I have a bad memory, so I'm kind of blanking on a lot of things. I'm sure there's plenty of good ones, but I liked working with the flamingos when we were filming Lemonade. The flamingos were so fun. We were like feeding them out of our hands. I like birds. I like birds. Also, after that, we filmed that. This wasn't in the music video, but after we filmed that, they had like a thing where we could hold parrots and baby alligators, and we also did that. I held a big birdie. I held a little baby alligator. He was kind of squishy. And it was very fun. That place was wonderful. Sarasota Jungle Gardens. Shout out. Go there if you ever can. Wonderful place. Feed flamingos, hold some birds, hold some baby alligators. It's very cool. Those flamingos, I love those scenes in Lemonade. Lemonade's my favorite Reso MV. I think that's so valid to say, yeah. That was a really nice MV. And we worked on that ourselves. Have I ever told you guys? I think we definitely talked about this at some point, but Pengy went batshit editing that. In like a good way. She went absolutely batshit editing that MV. I felt really bad for her at the time, but she did it. There was like a point where there was a bug in someone else's hair, and Pengy sat there, not my hair, someone else's hair, and Pengy sat there and edited the bug out frame by frame. The absolute dedication to that alone is insane. She also did a lot of like magic effects and stuff in there that you probably would never notice because she's just really good at what she was doing with that. So shout out to Pengy for making those amazing. Yeah. Honestly, shooting Cold Case on the train was really fun too. That was a really fun experience for everyone involved. Like, we were having a lot of funny, goofy moments with our extras and stuff. We were like doing our silly acting and stuff. It was very silly. Cold Case was very fun to film. That's one of my fonder memories looking back for like music video stuff because like it was kind of stressful in the lead up and it was also expensive. But like that being said, it was fun. It was fun. Also, I barfed that morning, but no one would ever know. No one would ever know. That was one of those times where I had a migraine the day of the thing. We had to get up at 5 a.m., but I woke up with a horrible migraine, so I just laid there till like 7 a.m. or something. I don't remember the exact timeline. I laid there for like a couple hours while everyone else was getting ready, and then I got ready in like literally like 30 minutes, and then we hopped on, and we started filming Cold Case, which was crazy. Yeah. How did you even get access to that train? So... that wasn't me. Pengy did that. She, like, found the local, like, train museum in Miami, and she just, like, reached out to them, and I think we paid, like, a filming fee, right? Like, we booked out, like, a train car. It was, like, a decommissioned train that was used for, like, museum purposes, I guess. But it's, like, actually, like, a historic train from the era of, like, when that timeline would be, like, the, like, 2030s era. Yeah. It was very cool. It was a train from that era, and we were like, actually, like a real thing. It was a real train. It was very cool. Pengy just, like, booked it for us, essentially, even though it wasn't, like, a bookable thing, really, but, like, you could just go to visit it, and I guess they were like, yeah, we'll take the extra business, you know? So, it was very cool. Shout out to Pengy for that as well. Yeah. I don't know. Cold Case was really fun to film. It wasn't very stressful in my opinion, in my professional opinion. At least I don't remember it being very stressful. I'm sure there was more stress in the beginning, but yeah. Or like around the time of it happening. It was very hot outside, I could say that. But the train had air conditioning, so like when we were on the train, like life was bussin', man. Life was bussin'. We also had a bunch of like fans and like stuff and like water and snacks and stuff. It was very nice. Anyway. Also, would you ever guess that we filmed the, for Cold Case, the, what is that called? Like, police lineup parts? We filmed those, like, in Pengy's cousin's house. Because we were like, we didn't have enough time to film it like on set, like actually, so we just like set that up in somebody's house and we just filmed it there, and we were like, all right, cool, that works. And you know what? By gone it worked well, and I enjoyed it. Anyway, I'm sure there's a lot more things. Like, there was a lot of times where, like, we were hanging out and it was very nice. I personally, in Miami, I've talked about this a lot. Every time we were doing, like, gym practices in Miami, thank you so much for the donation! Alien Sky, thank you for the $5 dono! Thank you! I don't know why it didn't appear in chat, but I saw it. Thank you so much! I really appreciate it! Did it have a message with it? Is it, like, gonna show up late? I'm sorry if I didn't see the message with that, but thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, there was, oh yeah. I really like, there was this like little restaurant at the bottom of the place where we used to practice in Miami. Streamlabs Dono doesn't appear in chat. Interesting. I feel like it has previously, or maybe I'm insane. I have to move the overlay thing. Pardon. I don't know why it was all the way back there. I put it in the front now. But you know. Anyway, that being said, yeah, there was a restaurant beneath the gym that we used to go to, and they had really, really good bento boxes, okay? I really like that place. I kind of want to go back there. I always think about their chicken. Pengi and I, we would always, because we wanted to save money because we were always broke, we would always split a popcorn chicken bento box. We would eat it. It was very good. Oh, my message was, what were some Reso concepts you were planning on doing but didn't get the chance to? Oh, that's a good one. Reso concepts, I write that. So ones that we wanted to do, but we didn't really get to do, we had like an entire list of them. I've talked about that on stream before, I think, but let me go open it. Hold on, I have to go searching far and wide for this Discord. This one. Oh, okay, so there is a couple things that I'm going to avoid saying a couple of the concepts that we wanted to, because upon disbandment, we were like, oh yeah, you can use this concept, or you can use this one. Like, you get ownership over that, you get ownership over this. And just in case anyone does end up using any of them, I'm not going to say those ones specifically, but we marked them off, so it's fine. We wanted to do like a traditional Japanese sort of sounding song, because I have like my voice kind of suits that type of music in a way. And we wanted it to be like Wisteria themed. We never ended up getting to that. But we wanted to work with a Japanese producer for it. That would have been fun. I came up with such a killer monarch concept, like monarch butterfly concept. But we never got to use that either. I think someone else is going to use this one, so I probably shouldn't say that one, even though it's not marked down. Oh, Lemonade. Lemonade was originally going to be called, like, Honey Lemon or something like that. And then we were also thinking about making a song called Honey. Still kind of the same vibes, but we ended up going with Lemonade. So that's kind of cool. Pengi has her obsession with rivalries. So we were going to do like a rivalry theme song. That never happened. Oh, you know, one thing that we wanted to do, but we just did not have the time/budget to do it, was we wanted to have a summertime EP called Beach Episode. Where we have like some, like Lemonade and Neon were going to be part of it. And then we would have like other songs, like one song perhaps even called Beach Episode, where we sing about beach episode cliches. We never did that, but that was a cute idea. That was Pengi's idea, 100%. Some of these are very silly, like inside jokes. I don't think some of these are like, we would have actually done it. Oh my god, like the penguin step. Y'all know songs like the like the what is that called? The cha-cha slide. Like, take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. One hop this time. I wanted to do a song like that, but it's the penguin step, and it's just Pengy saying that in a monotone voice at the camera. You know how fun that would be? Imagine Pengy be like, slide to the left, slide to the right. Every minion clap your hands. You know? You know how funny that would be? That would have been great. We wanted to do a heroes and villains concept at some point, but we never really did that. Mostly because, okay, I think I've talked about this before, but Heroes and Villains was gonna be my original, like, center song, but I was very much like, oh, I don't really want a center song. Like, I want one, but I don't want one. I was very adamant about every other member of RESO will get a center song before me, which did happen, because, you know, we had Cold Case, and then Panky got Lemonade. But I don't know, because there was a lot of, like, early RESO stuff. There was a lot of people who were like, oh my god, Mimi loves the spotlight so much. She always wants to be in the middle. She's always the center. She's always this and that. And I'm like, that's not even true if you use your eyeballs, but I don't want to be perceived that way, so I will get no center, if not the last center. And that never ended up happening, but that was going to be my center thing. It was going to be, like, magical girls as heroes, and then, like, a villains concept as the B-side. Didn't happen, but would have been fun. Would have been fun. A visual novel song, we tossed that idea around. Something masquerade themed would have been cool. Yeah. Those are some of them. I'm going to avoid saying a lot of the other ones just in case. What? I hate that they said that. Listen, I don't like to be perceived in those types of ways because it's not true. Your girl has a little anxieties, but it's very funny, so I don't know. Anyway. Water. Oh my god. Water. Anyway. It's cool that you're popular enough to have haters, though. I suppose. I wish I was popular enough to have both money and haters, but not quite. Not quite. We haven't quite reached that level yet. Hi, Slimekin Slippa. Welcome, welcome. Hi, hi. Alright, let's get back to more questions. I hope that answers that one in enough thoroughness. Alright, one of my mods asked, I don't know what to ask. And I don't know what to answer. There you go. Okay, what makes you happiest? And happiest question mark? And how are you able to have so much passion? Okay, so I had a bunch of questions like this. I'll probably group some of my other questions together. I know on Twitter some of these other questions were asked. Hold on, let me open it really quick. Okay, this is kind of a different question. These are different questions. Yeah, so okay, I'll circle back to my Twitter questions in a second. So this question, I guess, I don't know. So I kind of just do whatever I feel like doing, you know? Like, obviously there's a level of, oh, I need to make money or I need to do this or that, so I'll prioritize here and there. But that being said, I genuinely enjoy drawing, you know? So doing commissions is still fun. I like to be able to do my take on different characters, you know? That's a lot of fun for me. So I enjoy drawing. I enjoy idol stuff. I love to sing. I do like dancing, contrary to certain people's beliefs. I do like dancing. I just like idol style dancing more so than like any other type of dancing, personally. I find out how to monetize the haters. Oh my god, I should sell Mimi merch, but it's like anti-Mimi merch. It's like, yo, I hate Mimi. Let me get a keychain of that. That'd be so silly. But yeah, so I genuinely enjoy doing a lot of what I do. So I feel like that's probably why I come across as someone who's very passionate, because I guess it's true, I am, you know. I like to sing, I like to dance, I like characters, stories, I like designing things, I like performing, I like making manga, streaming, I like playing games, hanging out with people, stuff like that. Selling Mimi punching bag, yo, that would be amazing. But I'll make it say something like, that's all you got, just to piss him off even more. Gotta get their use out of it so they buy another one. But yeah, so I feel like, I don't know, I just do what I want, and luckily, because I have so many interests, it's not really overwhelming to me. It's just kind of like, if I don't feel like working on my manga right now, then I'll just do commissions instead. Or if I don't feel like doing that, I'll just go sew something, you know? I'll go sew a little outfit for myself. Why the fuck not? Like, obviously, like I said, I have to prioritize commissions because, like, it's my work. That's my job. But that being said, like, I don't have to do that every day because I set myself generous enough deadlines where I'm like, it's okay. I can like, wait a week before I work on this. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a rush thing or whatever, of course, but you get it. So I could just be like, yeah, if I want to read some manga, I'll read some manga. If I want to watch some anime, I'll do that. If I want to go stream, I'll start streaming. I'll hit the go live button, you know? Like, I don't know. If I feel like it, I'll do it. And because there's so many different options for me, I almost always feel like doing something. And if I don't, then I'll just veg out for a day, you know? And then by the end of the day, I'll be wanting to do something, you know what I mean? I'll just veg out. I'll just be like, yeah, just gonna sit down and watch some stuff today. Sometimes I take a cleaning day if I'm feeling particularly unmotivated. I'll clean up my desk, my room, my space, the kitchen, etc., my bathroom. I don't know, sometimes cleaning is therapeutic. Mango, were you in the shower again? Mango, what are you doing? Oh my god. He just walked out of my bathroom and shook his little head like he was sleeping in there. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know, I guess I'm a very passionate person, but it's easy for me to appear that way and appear like I am always doing something because, like, I guess I am, but when I'm not, like, doing one thing, I'm just doing another, and it's not exhausting to me because, like, if I'm tired of one, I'll just go do something else, you know? Like, I've got enough that I have to do and want to do, so, like, there's always something to keep me busy, you know? So, what makes me happiest is, honestly, I think the most happy thing for me is completing something and being like, look, I did it. Look, everyone, it's done. Here, the finished product for you. But that being said, I like a lot of things. I'm also an ambivert, if that makes sense. Like, I'm like half introvert, half extrovert. So, like, whether I'm alone or with people, I am both drained but also energized. So you know, streaming helps me with that because it's like, oh, I can hang out with people and then just end stream when I'm tired, you know what I mean? Or if we finish the game or something, I don't have to worry about burning myself out. So I enjoy doing that. It makes me feel like there's other people, you know, I don't know, it's nice. So I have a lot of, I don't know, TLDR, there's a lot of things that make me happy, and I work on whatever I want, so therefore I am always enjoying. And if I'm having a particularly depressing day, there's always Ventart. There's always anime. I can always just veg out, eat some pickle flavored chips like I got right here. You know, I could just just vibe, you know. Kaiko, hi, welcome, and Rosa, hi, welcome. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? All right, New Year's not resolutions. Yikes. Resolutions. There you go. You have an idol group for one half of a half decade, and suddenly you're spelling a word entirely different your entire life. But yeah, I do have New Year's resolutions. I wrote them down. Let me open it for you. Okay, here. So I did most of my 2023 goals, but some of them carried over to 2024 because I needed more time. But my 2024 goals / resolutions, I guess, are release a solo original song. That one's in the works, so it's coming. Number 2, release my first manga. That's also in the works and is coming. Number 3, illustrate for a big time project. I would love for like big VTubers or somebody to like be like, "Ooh, I want your art or something," you know? That would be really fun. I'd love to work for something like that. Number 4, 3K subs on YouTube. Because I finally made it to 1K subs, and I feel like we're almost at 2K already, which is crazy. But yeah, if we can make it to 3K by the end of 2024, I'll be a happy camper. Big number makes influencer happy. Wow. We also have make new plus hang out with friends more. I want to make new friends, hang out with friends more. I wanna enjoy my time a little bit more, you know, because I'm kind of a workaholic, for better or for worse. And I wanna like hang out with friends without there being an ulterior motive, because like for Rezo, a lot of the times would be like, well, we have to get this work done, but we can hang out in between that. But I like hanging out with everyone, like, just normally. And honestly, Daisy Rosewood, God bless her. I'm not even religious. I don't know why I said that, but whatever. Daisy Rosewood, my absolute beloved. She has gone so far out of her way multiple times just to, like, message me and be like, hey, I'm in the area. You want to hang out for the afternoon? And, like, that makes my heart so happy. Because a lot of people wouldn't do that for me. And, like, a lot of other people that are my friends can't do that for me. Like Pengi, who lives 5 hours away. Or, like, you know, Kaiko, who lives in a different state entirely. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, a lot of you would if you could. But, Bambi, Daisy, your immersion. Oh, God. Daisy Rosewood, she lives in a lovely little forest cottage or something probably like that. 2 hours from my house. And sometimes she's like, hey, I'm like an hour away. You want to meet up? You want to hang out? I can come pick you up, because she knows I don't have a car anymore. So she'll be like, yeah, I can come like hang out with you for the afternoon. And it makes me so happy. I can't even describe how happy that makes me. Because, like, not to be personal with it, but I'll get a little personal about it. I don't know. So when I was a kid, right, I didn't really have any, like, close friends. I had my best friend, but she didn't live near me at all. So we would see each other for the summers and, like, very, very occasionally otherwise. So, I didn't really have any friends. I certainly didn't have, like, a friend group or anything until quite literally, like, halfway through my junior year of high school. So for, like, a year and a half of my life, I felt what it was like to have friends who genuinely cared about me. We had a big friend group in my high school. I think back so fondly on those days. For my birthday, my 17th birthday, they threw me, like, a big surprise party. And I thought that was something that I would never be able to have in my life. And I literally sobbed. Like, I was, like, I'm, like, one of those people who doesn't really like to celebrate my birthday because, like, that's a lot of attention I didn't ask for, right? But, like, that year made me so happy. They threw me a birthday party. Every single person in the friend group. There were 16 people in that friend group at that point. And that was the first time that all of us were there together at the same time. And it made me really happy. They threw me a little party. And I feel like that was, like, my first awakening into, like, wow. Friendship is, like, a real thing that exists in the world. Like, you can actually have this. This is something that can happen. Like, this is real. That being said, God bless Faye. I love her, my dear sweetest. She would do anything for me, and I would do anything for her. But she just has always lived quite far from me, so we couldn't do it as often. So shout out to her pre that, I suppose. And, like, my internet friends, of course. But you know what I mean. Like, having, like, IRL friends you can hang out with whenever, that is, like, my absolute dream. I just want people who I can casually hang out with whenever I can. Unfortunately, we moved and went to college and yada, 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 so none of us really talk anymore. And those of the people who do still live in the town that I grew up in, I don't live there anymore, so I can't really hang out with them anymore, so I don't really have that anymore. But, like, point being, I know what it's like to have that, and it makes my heart happy, and it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside, and I really, really like it. And Daisy Rosewood is single-handedly reigniting that in my life. I cannot describe to you how much I love Madam Daisy Rosewood. Okay. Mani as well, actually. She's really busy, but she's been inviting me out to hang out with her, a lot more often. And it's really nice. Like, we went to the Halloween thing together. We're talking about going ice skating together at some point. It'll be really, really fun. I don't know. I love her. I love her. I love Daisy. I love Mani. I love Pengy. Sweetest people. Queens. The lot of them. It's very nice to have friends. That's all I can say. It's nice to have friends. So yeah, that tangent being done, I want to make more friends and hang out with friends more because it makes my heart happy. And makes me so much less depressed. Okay, anyway. My other New Year's resolutions were, form a habit for working out in the mornings. Pretty bad at that. I always end up doing it in the afternoons anyway, but as long as I'm doing it, it doesn't really matter, I guess. And then form a habit for Japanese lessons at night. I'm gonna start that soon. I haven't really started that because I've been working pretty late into the nights recently, and then I get too tired, so I gotta fix that. But we're still January, it's fine. And then there's a last one that's like a goal that I have, but it would be kind of spoilerish, so I can't really share it yet. Yeah, so there's that. Wow. There's my New Year's resolutions for you. Thank you for the hearts. Daisy is so sweet. She really is. We've done multiple escape rooms together now. It's very nice. She's so it. She's the it girl. I love her. ITGIRL. Oh my god. Instagram is haunting me right now. 6 years ago, on this day, it's a photo of me in my old bedroom in New Jersey. It's a photo of my unwritten costume from Stellar, my first live performance costume that I was talking about earlier. And it says, I got a ton of work on this outfit done today. I'm aiming to finish it all by tomorrow and begin working on the next one the day after that. Con Crunch is fun. Oh my god. On this day, 6 years ago, I made my first ever live outfit. Crazy. Instagram, why are you doing this to me? Making me feel so elderly. Okay, anyway. Back to the questions. Okay, what would you recommend starting out idols to do first? To start, and then it says covers, dancing, etc. Honestly, whatever excites you most, I guess. Cause for me, like, yeah, I jumped straight in with original music, and sure, I made something that wasn't good, but like, that's what I wanted to do. That's what excited me. So if you're like, oh, I love this pre-existing song, I really want to do a cover of it, then go ahead, do that. Make that your first thing. Or if you really want to make original music, like, do that. Do whatever interests you most, because then you'll be the most happy with it when you're working on it, or you'll be the most excited to figure things out for it, the most motivated to work on it, etc., you know? Mima Mimi remains real. No! But yeah, so I hope that's a good answer. If you want to do covers, if you want to do like a dance cover or something, like, do whatever you want. If you want to make costumes or personas or something, go ahead, start there. There really is no rules. I can't really recommend anything besides do what makes you excited. Don't do what you think you have to do. Cause like, don't be like, oh, well, Reso started out by doing an original song, so I have to do that. Or don't be like, oh, well, this person did this first, so I have to follow that. Like, there's no rules. Do whatever makes you excited. You'll be the happiest in the end with that. You might have to look up a lot of tutorials to do it well, but like, you know what? Go off. You can do it. I believe in you. Sorry, that's kind of a short answer, but that's about the best answer I could give. That's the best answer I could give, to be honest. Next up, we have, what's your favorite anime shows. My favorite anime... Ooh, not the A. Shows. Anime shows. My top 5... Actually, I'll just read you down my list right now, because I have it written down. Hold up. I wrote this down before. Number 1, Madoka Magica. Shit changed my brain chemistry when I was 12. Number 2, Show by Rock. Great vibes all around. If I had to be reincarnated into any world, it would probably be that one first. I'm not gonna lie. Number 3, Natsume's Book of Friends. That anime cured my depression in early high school. Genuinely, honest to God, that made me, it made me feel so warm-hearted. It's crazy. I love that anime. I also love how long it is. It makes me so happy that there's a lot of content to consume. Also, I think there's a new season coming, and I'm gonna go feral. Number... Wow, 1, 2, 3, 5. How helpful. Number 4... Snow White with the red hair. I watched it on a whim and then fell in love with it. Now I have every volume of the manga. I adore it. Wow. Spectacular. OB. Period. Yes. Number 5, Spy Family. I consider this to be a absolute masterpiece. It's unique. It's hysterical. I've never actually laughed aloud at both anime and manga aloud. I've never actually laughed aloud at that stuff as much, but yeah, absolutely crazy. Spy Family is a masterpiece. I also consider Madoka Magica a masterpiece. Natsume's Book of Friends as well, to be honest. Not really Show by Rock or Snow White with the red hair. Those are more guilty pleasures for me, but you get it. Number 6, we got Shadow's House. Also something I watched on a whim, but I really love the concept for. It's a really nice, unique concept, and it has me on the edge of my seat. I really like Shadow's House. Number 7, Love Live, iconic. She's her, you know. You gotta put Love Live on there if you're an idol, I guess, or at least if you're me. Number 8, Soul Eater. I love Soul Eater. That was one of my earlier animes, but she has a special place in my heart. I love Soul Eater. Great thing. I like the anime, not the manga. Not that I dislike the manga, but I don't like where the manga went with the story. I like where the anime went. And I like the ending, contrary to what other people say. I like the ending of Soul Eater. I wish there was more, to be honest. I also like Soul Eater not. But yeah, anyway. Number 9, Hyoka. I love Hyoka. It's really good. I actually rewatched it literally earlier this week. Or I guess last week, technically. It's Monday. But, it's a really nice, little mystery anime, but I really like it. It's a good comfort show. I love Hyoka. It's actually probably one of the most stunning anime I've ever seen in my life to this day. It's beautiful. But that's just because that animation studio knows what they're doing. Number 10, Ouran High School Host Club. Based take. Need I say more? Number 11, Tenkai Nights. That one's just from my childhood, and I love them. Grew up on them. Anyway, not even really, just sort of, kind of. I just love them. It's a terrible anime with the budget of less than $100, most likely, but it's great, and I love it. I also have a couple other ones on here that are, things that I like, that I'm I don't know if I'd put them higher, but... there's also a lot of anime that I wouldn't put on this list until I know more about the way they end, but, Apothecary Diaries is pretty high for me now. I really like it. I really like, My Hero Academia. Fruits Basket, I liked watching through the first time, but I don't have much of a desire to watch it again. Princess Connect was a really good anime I liked. It made me laugh. Princess Tutu is a good one. It's got a very whimsical vibe. Fairy Tail, listen, say what you will, One Piece enjoyers. I like One Piece and Fairy Tail. Yes, we exist. I don't think there's a problem with either of them, personally. So yappa, shut your mouths, alright? I love Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail has such a good sense of comfort. That's also a world I would love to be reincarnated into. the fairy tale universe. I would love to be a little fairy tale wizard and make my life so happy. Let's see. Little Witch Academia was nice. I don't know if I'd call it a favorite, but I did really like it. There's a lot of other animes that I've watched, but I wouldn't really put them too high. I liked Kanata no Astra. That was a short one, but I did really like it. Cardcaptor Sakura. I love her. She's so cute. I watched the entirety of the original series like this past year in 2023. But I really like it, and it gives me a wonderful little magical girl vibe. That being said, I also love Tsubasa Reservoir Chronicles. Same brand, different brand. It has the Cardcaptor Sakura characters in a different universe, but I really like it. Oh, Sugar Apple Fairy Tale. I really liked that one for a while. It's a little different. Like, I'm liking it less as it continues, but I still like it. I really like her. She's a good one, you know. I watched Buddy Daddies because I liked Spy Family, and I really liked that as well. Yeah, so that's a bunch of them. What are some? Let me look at my Crunchyroll really quick because I watched a lot of animes recently. Don't play a One Piece episode right now. I've been watching One Piece still, by the way, in case anyone's curious. I watched Why Ray Liana Ended Up at the Duke's Mansion. It was mid. I liked it enough. I watched... Oh, Yona of the Dawn! That one I like the manga more than the anime, just because I don't like where the anime cuts off. But the anime itself was fine. It just doesn't continue on far enough into the story. But I really, really like Yona of the Dawn. That could be in a top 10 for me, probably. Yeah, the rest of these are all... Yeah, all good. All good shows. All good watches. I talked about most of them, I think. Yeah, okay, there you go. A big, long list of a bunch of my faves. You're welcome. I recommend every show that I've mentioned today. Every single one that I've mentioned, I recommend. If you could, next question. If you could change anything about your art style, about your art style, what would it be? What would it be? So for me, I honestly, like, every time I think about my art style in my head, it looks a lot uglier than it does in real life. But then I look at it like a year, like 6 months, a year after I drew it, and I look at it and I'm like, ooh, she actually was ugly, huh? So I don't know. My art style is ever evolving, I guess. So is everyone's, I suppose, if you practice. But I don't know. If anything I could change, I would want it to be more dynamic, because I'm working on my dynamics, like my pose dynamics. And like my anatomy for such things, but that's the thing with like art style. It's like I could just change whatever I want whenever I want. That's the beauty of being an artist. So I'm working on the things that I don't like. So hopefully I will like it more by the time I get there. Pengy! Ah! Hi. I've been talking about you so much, Pengy. I've been talking about you so much. So much on this day. Wonderful. Next question. Anything you haven't done yet that you want to... Actually, I kind of answered this already, but you want to do this year. Yeah. Produce my manga, music... Yada yada. Most of that was said on when I answered my my New Year's resolution, so I guess yeah, that. Also, I want to be a millionaire, but that's not gonna happen very easily. Haven't quite accomplished that yet. Alright, what's your favorite part of your art process, and then also least favorite? Okay, wow. Yes. Pengy jump scare. Pengy sighting. I thought you'd say your men since you've been complaining about it lately. My men? Oh! The way I draw males. Yeah, I guess that too. But I feel like I'm working on it, you know. That's also on that list, I suppose. So the least favorite part of my art process plus my favorite. Favorite is absolutely like rendering and coloring and like final details. I like that the most. My least favorite is line art. Says every artist ever for the most part. But yeah, I don't really like doing line art that much, but it's okay. It's my least favorite for sure. I just really like putting colors and shines and stuff all over everything. Color dodging. Pretty glowy lights, whatnot, etc. So yes, that's my favorite and least favorite. Wow. What introduced you to idols? I did talk about this a little bit earlier, but I simply enjoyed my Little Pony music until one day Muse, Bokura wa no Live, Kimi to no Life, and Bokura wa na Ima no Nakade. I might have said that wrong, but that's fine, you get it. Those two songs appeared on my YouTube page, and I watched them, and then my life was changed forever. So just that, me watching some Love Live, that's what introduced me. We're speedrunning these questions here. Me when line art is my favorite. You're a fancy breed for that. Congratulations. That's actually not that odd of a take. I have heard that before, but not for me. You're built different. Y'all stay safe out there. This next one is fave movie. Honestly, Encanto. Encanto's been my favorite movie since I watched it, I think. It's beautiful. I love the music. Story's nice. I don't know. I like it. It's literally stunning, and I adore the music. So it's like, you know what? Let's go. I love Encanto. So Encanto is my favorite movie. Yeah. I could probably say some like Miyazaki films or something like that, but I feel like I like them, but I don't know if I'd consider them my favorite. You know. All right. Next question. What is your plan for future idol stuff? Is that something you still want to do? Something you still want to do. Yeah. I'm guessing the person who asked this didn't see that I'm still making music. I just announced a single, like, recently. And I also just released a cover, like, recently. Yeah. Yeah, I'm an idol still. A little bit less of a traditional themed idol, I suppose, anymore, because I'm not doing the live performance aspect at this point. Maybe I'll do some live stuff in the future, but for now, I'm holding her at a length for now, just because of my health. But yeah. So, yes, I'm still doing it. My plans are to make music, mostly in an online sense, but that's easily accessible by my entire fan base, which is nice, as opposed to just those of you who come to Florida for whatever thing. So, yeah, I'm still doing stuff. That's my plan. Keep doing things. Keep grinding. Keep on keeping on. Alright, we're gonna move over to Twitterland. Hi guys, sorry, my keyboard died. Rip your keyboard, are you okay? Virtual idol. Yeah. Like virtual idol. Yeah. Meow. Who knows if that'll change in the future? I'm a woman of the wind. But for now, this is where I'm sitting. Anyway, next question from Twitter we got, how do you manage to juggle so much responsibility? I typed off the line, but that's okay. At once. And then it says, I've followed you for a long time, And you always seem to have a lot going on, but you manage it so well. So honestly, this kind of goes hand in hand with what I was saying earlier in a way, where it's like, I just do what I want. I don't know. But like, I mean, yes, I have a lot of things on my plate, right? Because it's like, oh, if you think about it in terms of like, yeah, I'm making a manga. I'm also an idol. I'm making original music. I'm making covers. I do art commissions all the time. I'm doing this for myself. I'm doing these illustrations. I'm doing this, that, and the other thing. I'm editing the videos. I'm making the art. I'm yapping. I'm streaming all the time. Yappa. You get it? Like, there's a lot, right? But when you break it down into just being like, well, right now I feel like streaming, so I'll stream. Or right now I feel like working on the manga, so I'll do that. Right now I feel like doing some commissions, so I'll do that. Or I have a deadline coming up, so I have to do that anyway, you know? Like, so it's a little less of me being like responsible and a little more of me just always wanting to do everything and acting on whatever impulse I feel at that particular moment sometimes, you know? Like if I'm like, oh, I want to do some fruit punch pages, let me do that. Or I want to do some of this, I'll do that, you know? I know I talked about that earlier on stream, but yeah, it's basically just that, to be honest. That being said, I am a rather organized person, so it's not like I'm scrambling. Like I have a nice organized space. I have my Google Drive folders and my folders for my files and shit. They're all organized and nice and neat. They have everything where it needs to be, so it's easy for me to jump around like that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't usually leave anything for too long besides the fruit bunch. Rip her, but that's because I prioritized being an idol. She'll get done someday, I promise. She will. 3D concert soon. If I can figure out the goddamn parameters of Vignon, you know I'm on it. You know I'm on it. But yeah, I'm still practicing and stuff for that. I can't promise exactly when that concert's coming, but this year for sure. This year for sure. Wow. So yeah, I hope that answers that question. Honestly, it's kind of like a vague answer once again. I'm sorry to say that, but like I do have a lot, but it's not stressful because I enjoy doing all of it. So it feels less like a responsibility and more like I'm happy I have the capability to just do whatever like this. You know what I mean? I just do whatever. I do what I want. Because, yeah, I do what I wanna. You know? Next question we have, this is also the last question that I have here. I've gone through all of my other places. So if you guys have any more questions, by all means, feel free to ask them in chat and I will answer them right after this. And if not, then, wow, we've been doing this for 3 hours anyway. I'm sure I've answered a lot. How do you motivate yourself to get stuff done even when you're not feeling up to it? So, honestly, this is probably not like the best answer, but I just don't. You know? If I'm not feeling up to it, I usually don't do it. Like, obviously, if it's like, oh, I have to get a commission done, like, I think to myself, like, yeah, somebody paid me to do this and my deadline's coming. That's enough motivation for me to be like, all right, chop, chop, it's now or never. You just got to suck it up and do it. But that being said, I usually don't end up having that be the case because I'll end up wanting to work on it at some point before that. But, yeah, I don't know. So I guess it's just like, if I'm feeling burnt out, luckily, like post RESO divorce, I suppose, I have the luxury of like less deadlines, I guess, for most of my things. Cause like my manga, it's just me being like, yeah, I'll get it done when I get it done. You guys will see it when it's done. Which is not really like, you know, it's like, it's not that stressful. Like I'm still working on it, of course, but it's not as stressful because I'm not like, okay, it has to be done by this thing, you know? That being said, it's also the same for my music. It's just me working on it until it's done. Music videos is the same. My 3D stuff, my streams, everything. It's just like, oh, I'll do it when I do it, you know? So I think it's kind of fair to say, like, I work on it when I feel like it. This is similar to the last question. But, like, there are plenty of days where I'm, like, not feeling up to it, or I'm not feeling motivated, or my head hurts and I need to take a nap. So it's like, yeah, those days I'll veg out, you know? I'll eat some food, sit down, make a meal, maybe cook something, because I enjoy cooking as well, but I just can't do it terribly often, I guess. Or maybe I'll order something if I want to treat myself to a yummy food. You know, food motivates me. I'm food motivated. I'm just like a dog. But you know, I'm either like a dog or like Pengy's cat. Jelly bean and peanut butter. Shout out to them. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, if I don't feel like working, I'll veg out. I allow myself days to veg out and do nothing, and that's honestly very healthy. Because, like, I don't necessarily take weekends off, you know what I mean? I work. Ow, bark, bark, grr. Not the ow. Have you guys seen those TikToks of that one girl who jumps on all fours and then goes, I am actually the strongest alpha in the classroom today. I love her. She's a queen. Anyway. But yeah, I think it's healthy to allow yourself, like, days to veg out when you're not feeling motivated. Like, that's okay. Your motivation will come when you are feeling rested, and I think that's a valid thing to keep in your mind, you know? And if you're like me, you could just jump back and forth between 10 different projects, and then eventually you'll finish one of them, you know what I mean? I think having a good mix of short-term and long-term projects is also good, because then you'll finish things and feel like the accomplishment of finishing something, but also, like, you'll be able to... Your TikTok feed sounds very interesting. I haven't opened TikTok in like 6 months. I just watch Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts now. I'm like a iPad baby version of TikTok at this point. I don't know. Anyway, you get it. But yeah, having a good mix of different timelines for projects, like short timelines, like commissions I finish in like a day most of the time, or like, you know, mangas, which is like a 2-year long process at this point. Some songs are like a year-long process, or 6 months or something, you know. Having a big switch around so I could just work on whatever whenever I want, and most of the time no one will know the damn difference. It's like, you know, it's fine. What have I got to lose? You know what I mean? I very much so live for myself, if that makes sense. Like, it's like, I want to do this, I'm gonna do it. Sure, I have my, like, things where it's like, oh, I have to do this, you know, like clean or cook or do something, yada yada, my responsibilities. But that's kind of a different thing, because, like, that's not, I wouldn't consider that like an all-day activity most of the time, unless I decide to make cleaning an all-day activity. But then that's just me wanting to clean, you know. So I don't know. I simply motivate myself by saying it's okay to do nothing, and then eventually I'll want to do something again, because the motivation will return to me. I'll be like, I want to work on this, you know? Yeah. Well, that was my last question. Does anyone else have any further questions? If not, then I suppose we're done here. And if you do, then... well, ask away. I'm gonna drink my water. But yeah, I'm kind of an open book, you know. Is there sheet music for your stream BGM? There is not. I just commissioned someone on Fiverr to make it for me. I don't know. There's street music. There's sheet music for some Reso stuff, thanks to Pengy, but not for anything I've ever done, so no. But, you know, if you wanted to make it, or know someone who would make it, I would not be opposed. Ba bum 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 ba bum bum ba da bum 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 ba dum. All right, bye. Here it is. Oh my god, are you gonna play it on something? Oh, interesting. I'm excited about that. Yeah. Yeah, that's about all I got. It seems we've got no further questions, so I think I shall call it for today. It's been 3 hours of me yapping your ears off anyway. So you know what? Hopefully that's good. My New Year's resolution is to learn piano. Oh my god, that's so cool. Best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. I hope you can learn it. Since all VTubers are menhara, where do you go on the scale? What does that mean again? I feel like I know what that is, but I don't remember. Let me Google it. What is that? Female characters who exhibit unstable emotionality, obsessive love. Oh my. Oh god. Okay. All right. Cool. Good thing I didn't read that all out loud. What the hell? Huh? What? People who need mental health care. Okay, interesting. I'm sure I'm on the scale somewhere, but I'm also a lot more emotionally stable than a lot of other people I've met in the world. So, out of like a scale of 10, probably like a 4. Like 10 being you need therapy on site. I do need therapy probably, but you need mental help on site, and 0 being you are so sane you're not human. I'm probably like a 4 or 5 situation. Probably. I think. If I applied that term correctly. I wouldn't say I have any self-destructive behaviors, though, besides overworking, I guess. But even then, like I said, I enjoy most of the work that I do. The only self-destructive aspect of it is the deadlines. So, I don't know. Hopefully that answers that. Yappa. Bing bong, here I am. Oh no, I'm so sorry, soul. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's the end. 3 hours of yappa. I'm yapping your ears off. But you know, I hope you enjoyed my yappas. I also hope you enjoyed this funny little rendition of you guys in the corner. Look at him. Look at him go. Isn't he cute? Isn't he cute? Wow. Oh, good heavens, I read the rest of that. Oh boy, yeah. You know, look at this guy. It's Hoshi. Yo, can I get Hoshi out here? Hold on. Can I get a little man out here? Hold on. Let me move this out of the way. That's just a little drawing of him. Can I get Hoshi? Can I get him? Oh, there he is. Look at him. That's you guys sitting on my shoulder. Wow. Look at him go. What a talented little fellow. How did you get that picture of me? Listen, I snuck in through your windows in the middle of the night and I took the picture, okay? How hard is that to believe? You know? It's you guys. Right there. It's you guys asking questions. Holding on to my hair. Yeah. Wow, he's literally me. I'm glad. Yes. It's just you guys. Wow. Alright. I'm starving because the only thing I've consumed today is a glass of water, so I think I'm gonna go make some banana bread and consume something. I got frozen chocolate-covered strawberries that I can eat. Oh my god. You guys, they're calling me. Thank you guys so much for coming today. That being said, if any of you watch this VOD and you're like, oh, my question wasn't answered, you can always ask it in any future stream or like ask it in like a comment or something. I'll see it and answer to the best of my capacity, most likely. And if I don't see it, then you can ask again. And if I don't answer, like, after you asking it, like, 3 times, perhaps there's a reason I'm not answering it. But you know what I mean. Most of the time, I'll be like, I ain't answering that. So, feel free to just ask it in chat or somewhere. I don't know. You know, go off. Do as you will. Do as you will. Thank you guys so much for coming today. I will schedule more streams. I will say really quick, I have to take my cat to the vet this week, just for like a little checkup, but I'm a little worried about him, so, you know, we'll see. I think that's on Wednesday, so, And my mom has a appointment for cancer treatment tomorrow. So I will probably not stream tomorrow or the next day for those reasons. But the Thursday and Friday, I will likely schedule something. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'll see you guys then, whenever that happens. Sorry for having some weeks be a little spotty, but, you know, life is life. I'll do my best. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you for chatting, hanging out, vibing, talking, being you. Lurking if you're a lurker. Shout out to you. Subscribers even. Shout out to you. My bread buddies. I love y'all. Shout out to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much for everything. And I will see you another day this week. Probably Thursday. Ciao for now, everybody. Ciao for now, ciao for now, ciao for now. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, bye, Squid. Bye, Gruff. Bye, Soul. Bye, the best. Bye, Senator. Bye, Pengy. Hey, Pengy. Hey, hey, Pengy. I'm cheesing at you, look. I cheesed at you, Pengy. Okay, bye. Bye-bye. I'm actually ending the stream now. Okay, bye. I'm gonna eat some strawberries. Bye-bye.